popping off, boys.
So, last time in this campaign, the adventurers fought against a rather unexpected foe, the half-brother of Leola, her brother Vargas. Unbeknownst to her, Vargas has seemingly fallen down the wrong path, and he was initiated somehow into the Krell Order, a order which you all still don't have much insight into. During your battle, he killed the 5 prisoners that you had saved other than Leola from the prison, and he mentioned that the attack on the theater might have something to do with the rising of this Krell figure. Several days have now passed since the battle with Vargas, and the adventurers have taken a much-needed rest from the constant action of the past week. Old Fig and Sir Everard assisted Leola in warding the castle against the Kingsman Guard. Warzag stuck around the forge and practiced his smithing abilities. Reynold took Kib to the wood forest to hunt, and Krell spent his time in one of the castle towers, thinking of the future. Celsius, after burying the 5 men from the prison, has been planning a path to take for the return to his hideout, hoping to stay clear of any Kingsman guards that may be roaming the roads to the center of the countryside. So, is there anything specific that you all would have done in this downtime? Or would like to do?
How long was the downtime?
About 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days.
Let's make it 3 days.
I would have begun. I don't know if we ever talked about it, but I would have begun training for that maneuver I was telling you about, where I essentially Eldritch Blast my weapon and catch it whenever it gets to me. Is that
sure?
Yeah, I was training to do that. Yeah.
And on that topic, I think we, myself and the other wizard girls, would also want to help with him, along with him, in building a training area for them and for us.
Okay.
Even if it's just something simple of just some hay bales in an open field or whatever, courtyard.
Of course. So, Old Fig, with your time spent helping Layla and her students, you have learned 2 new spells.
And they would be?
They would be Alter Self and...
Fingers crossed for something divination.
Clairvoyance.
Every time I hear that word,
those 2.
Clairvoyance.
All right, and then I'll go ahead and subtract the gold and the time. Well, I guess just the gold, but...
Yeah, just do the gold.
I think of Skyrim.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I think of how the terrible spell Clairvoyance from Skyrim.
Was it bad? I think I used it before.
You activate it, and it just makes a glowing line towards where you need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one isn't... I mean, it's not the best, but it's still cool. It's just you create an invisible sensor within range of a location familiar to you.
So, as the day approaches noon, you all meet back in the castle entrance, where Celsius said he would be waiting for your departure. Upon entering the cathedral-like room, you see Leola and her students working on what appears to be rune inscriptions along the walls of the room. Celsius is sitting in one of the pews, reading through several pieces of parchment, quietly muttering to himself. Leola sees your entrance and greets you. Well, if it isn't our fabled heroes, good afternoon. We are just finishing up several illusion inscriptions, and when we are done, this castle should be off the map for good. I must say, this is probably some of my finest work yet. Maybe when you return one day, Old Fig, I can show you its formula.
That I would love. Is it based on the... I do have a spell scroll here. For Private Sanctum, is it similar to that?
Oh, you have a keen mind, Old Fig.
Oh,
several of my own modifications of the spell.
No, it's not that keen. It's going and going as we speak.
You're very quick to pick up. I like that.
I actually...
Okay, girls, over there. Make sure to write it slowly. Thank you.
It's a spell scroll I got from your late father. His corpse, actually. I don't know if I should tell you that.
You know, Old Fig, it's funny how things work out.
But it is.
Celsius finally stands up. Well, are we ready to depart? I've outlined the route we can take to get to Holden. This will be relatively straight shot to Ekron, and from there to my abode. I'm open to suggestions, but as far as I've accounted for, this should be the safe path. The guard will have already relocated to Veron, but we should still keep an eye for any remaining transports. Other than that, I think this will be a fun trip. I'm curious about you lot.
Well, I am ready to get on the road.
Okay, that's one.
I'm sure in the downtime I may have mentioned this, but if I didn't, I would actually like to. I have something I'd like to say to everyone.
Oh, well, let's hear it, Old Fig.
The night before Vargas attacked, I had a bit of a vision.
A vision? What do you mean?
Well, Leola may have told you, but I possess certain abilities in order to see the future. They all know this. I don't want to bore them. Let me see. Let me pull up my note. I don't know if I have anything.
You're gifted with divination.
Yes. That's actually how I came to this city. I had a vision of the theater, of the lighthouse, and all that.
I don't think I've ever heard of what with divination powers before.
Well, neither have I.
Incredible.
Oh, you're too kind, Celsius.
So tell me, what did you see?
Most recently, I saw a cave. A cave near the College of your college, the College of Saberton.
Saberton, yes.
Yes.
Saberton.
I saw a cave near there. I sort of went inside the cave, and there was I don't want to call them a crew, it has a negative connotation, but a group of people who were walking. They turned around. I saw their deep purple eyes, almost glowing or reflecting. They proceeded onward into the cave, and I saw this red ruby. Not unlike the one that I saw on the head of the masked man, the emerald on the head of the masked man, and not unlike the one that we presume that the collector has, the amethyst. I think this might be another of these powerful shards that I've spoken of.
And you said that your first vision led you to Veron in the first place.
It did, yes. It led me there, and it actually led me to this castle that we're leaving. I had a vision of zombies in the basement, and that's how we came across the wizard Dexon, Leola's father, and...
I wonder if that's somehow tied to your visions, then.
Well, future, yes.
That is very peculiar. Keep me updated if you keep having those.
I will. If I have means to contact you, I will, and I'm sure we'll set up a method of contact with the College of Saberton, where you are.
So, just to make sure I read this back right, you had a vision of a cave in the mountains of Granadosa with the gem inside.
I do not know of Granadosa.
You would, so
yes.
Character, you would know of the Granadosa Mountains, which is the mountain range, which is directly north of the College of Saberton.
I do have a high history. I'm not from the area. Oh, I did study all night for the Zenithon. Yes, in the where let me write this down. The
peculiar.
Mountains of Granadosa.
Very peculiar.
So I think that is where we're going already. So
that's the shard from the collector, the shard from the masked man, and the shard from the mountain.
I believe, if memory serves,
there are more of these.
My character would know that it was, yes, I in the note of Dexon, note that the journal of the wizard Dexon, he wrote of these shards. He was studying these shards. That's the one that I believe the collector has, the amethyst. He was studying these shards, and he said that there was 9 or 10. I would know, but I don't know. It's either 9 or 8.
9. You would know 9.
9. Yes, there are 9 in total. We don't know what they do. They seep out somewhat necrotic energy, but also somewhat twisted necrotic energy.
I don't think they leaked out any energy like that.
Every time I try to upload it, Ryan, it just doesn't work.
I know that there was some energy that it was radiating in the. I'll look back through the note, but
okay,
it was some sort of mixed energy of some sort, I think.
Old Fig, are you saying that we should go relieve this group in the cave of their crystal?
I think that the gem is of utmost importance, certainly. We are headed there, so we should go to the cave. Most definitely. I think that's true. Whether it's there or not when we arrive, that is... I don't know. I don't know if this vision was, 3 weeks from now, in which case we'll get there with plenty of time. If it was happening the same day, if Vargas had distracted us, I don't know.
I see.
Wish I did.
A simple repossession job should be easy enough for the likes of us. Says Drunk Krells.
I feel that you know a bit more of repossession than any
Oh,
of us.
yes. I do know quite a bit of repossession.
I bet so.
Are we, climbing on a cart, or are we gonna, walk there?
You guys are at the entrance of the castle hall right now. You're getting ready to leave.
Theoretically, we had left it at Veron, then we teleported back. We traveled back with Celsius, then we teleported back. So presumably during the 3 days, we could have gotten our cart back.
Yeah, but none of us went to go get it with our downtime.
I guess Sir Everard could have.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah, I mean, it would have just been a day. I mean, anyone who really wasn't, you probably could have done a whole Reynold and you and Warzog and made a day out of it.
Yeah.
I go a shopping trip, but I don't even think freaking my character has any gold. So
Now,
In that case.
Leola chimes in. Listen, I don't know anything about these shards or gems or whatever, but please do be careful. Whatever's going on came from my father. And I would be ashamed if that same happened to you.
Damn elves.
You needn't be so worried about me, Leola. I take another swig of my wine and I head towards the fucking cart.
I wish there was a spell that I could just you just undrunk a person.
Would it work? Because I'm in real
Prestidigitate
life
his alcohol,
drunk.
or his blood level.
Huh?
Yeah.
Prestidigitate his blood.
Oh, yeah.
It would only last an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could
Alcohol
do
comes back.
an hour.
chemical makeup. Yeah, I don't know if I could do the chemical makeup. I might just kill him.
Yeah, that'd be no
Well,
good. Don't do that.
Leola makes a good point. We should tread lightly, but Celsius appears kind of out the door. Not quite midday yet, so we should get going. We want to make good time to Holden. Should be about 2 days travel. Maybe 3 days. Who knows? Is everyone ready? He looks upon you all.
Aye.
Oh,
I
Crow
think
went
I'm
and got
ready.
in the cart.
Okay. You all gear up in the cart. Leola and the girl is behind you, still in the room, finishing the last touches on the runes. With the large, sturdy doors of the castle gate now wide open,
Oh, as we're
Pause still.
going out the gate, I'd like to lean out the window and yell, "I expect this place spick and span when we return."
the maid that was accompanying the girls just kind of looks at you and rolls her eyes.
That's fine.
The
Spick
girls
and
have been working
span
quite
as
hard.
I
No.
return.
The girls have been working quite hard. We've all put in our fair share into cleaning this place as much as we can for now.
So everyone make a perception check.
Perception
I
check.
fucking hate perception.
With the large, sturdy doors of the castle gate now wide open, the sun shines brightly upon your next journey. With comfortable temperatures and a mild breeze, you glance back in the castle once more to take in the beauty.
Sir Everard get an 18. What would he see?
There we go.
Looking back at the castle, you all see the ensemble of students sitting at the door, all waving goodbye. You notice Theo and the eldest sister, Emilia, standing in the front, kind of smiling upon you as the cart begins to depart from the door.
Grell's still leaning out the window, waves at all of them.
This place has seen its fair share of horrors, but bad times don't always last. This place will see a brighter future under the care of Leola. Who knows what they will be able to accomplish while you are gone. Before you leave, Leola looks to the group one last time. Tell me, what should I call this ensemble of individuals? Make a group name.
Orc community housing.
Or
Yeah, no shit, it should be that.
I think something to do with restoring magic.
Well, I think also though maybe something a little more sly because it's like
Well, yeah,
the
of course.
Kingston God are like, what are you called? And we can be like, oh, we're the Magic Restoration Squad.
Well, yeah.
The
The Order of Krell.
no,
I've got joke answers for days.
the Order of the Arcane Adepts.
Jackson Crossing.
And that breaks both things rule.
I know. I that's what Krell throws out.
Something oldsy. I like something oldsy. Something maybe Everard. Have a better history knowledge. Be something relevant.
The Count's
Yeah,
last
actually,
wish.
make a history check, Sir Everard.
Okay. Actually, I like where this is going. Like, if there was like an old, like, really pronounced, pronounced like group that was like not known by the people now, but like really did some cool shit back in the day. I feel like that'd be
Something like
sweet.
the New Carrarians, but not that because we're not in Carrera.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's exactly
Like
it.
the new Xenophians.
Corellians.
History +3, and then I'll use one of my security die to roll.
Okay.
2, 3.
Corellian Corvettes.
Yes. Krell looks
Come
at
on,
you and
that's
like
real quick.
points at you.
I gotta freaking learn how to read.
Vampire Hunter Squad.
Is Hunter here? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, what's from Warzag and Reynolds? I want to hear their opinions.
Was I not good at words? I like the one about the orcs. Yeah.
Gibbs' new home.
Which one am I taking, Elon?
I don't know. Do I think of something, Ryan?
Because
Old-
really,
old
you all just
school.
delegated the task of making the name for you.
Well,
Well,
That's
but we gave you parameters.
DM.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's not like it's like the world.
Yeah, exactly.
It's we're trying to integrate world knowledge that we don't personally know.
Yeah, it's not even like we would have to take the name you're about to say. This is just something that can remember from like 60, 70 years ago.
How about we aren't magic users? That's what we named the group.
That was really good.
Inconspicuous.
That's a pretty good one.
My
they would never
vote's
do
on.
that kind.
My vote's on Kibbs Forever Home.
It kid grew.
What is that? Oh, that's our dog. It's our dog.
Where his
That's
forever
the name of our
home.
group. Kib is not a dog.
Kibbs not a dog.
The Fig Newtons.
A big
Fig
dude.
Newton.
Because it's got science and old fig.
Hell yeah.
The Kib figs.
The kid pigs.
I will get you that. I have to think of something.
Okay.
I don't want it to be lame.
I mean, we don't have to think about it now. We'll just put that on hold.
I wish I can just be like a god with words right now.
The Wandering Arcanist. Arcanist. So like I'm all for our characters being secretive, but we could actually have our name somewhat reference the fact that a lot of us cast spells. That would be our group name, and obviously we just wouldn't give that to people that are fucking are troublesome for us.
Order of the Obsidian Flame.
Oh.
I could
Fucking
get
fresh.
behind that. Yeah.
That actually sounds sick. I just googled cool
Fresh as hell.
group names. Dude, Ryan, let's ride with that one. Can you write that in the
What?
freaking lore?
What name?
We don't have any
Order
idea
of
what
the
the
Obsidian Flame.
backstory to it is, but it's
Order of the Obsidian Flame.
That
That
sounds
is
pretty
pretty
cool.
fucking sweet.
If you guys want that, I will write it to him.
Yeah, dude, write that in the fucking lore.
Is everyone
Trevor,
Yeah,
do
have
you
him,
agree
like-
with that name?
Oh yeah, dude, that's a
Have
sick
him-
name.
Old Fig, do you agree with that name?
Hell yeah.
Rail, do you agree with that name?
Crow looks at his wine bottle, looks back at Everard, and he's like, "It's better than the name they gave my order. I'm down."
Okay.
I
I assume
Hunter
Warzak
here.
does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
The name will pass.
Okay. Sir Everard, in your recollection, you recall that among the days of the early formation of the Kingdom of Zenithian, I can't even say my own country's name, goddamn. That there was a group of individuals who were magic users. They called themselves the Order of the Obsidian Flame, and their directive was to obtain magical power that could equate to the power of the Galvanors.
Okay, so then we need a
But-
fake name.
But
Or the traveling
It did not
circus,
last
that's our
long.
fake name.
and any records of them are long since forgotten. Only
There.
through acquaintance of other wizards would you probably have known this name.
I remember back in the olden days, there was a group called the Order of the Obsidian Flame, and they were proficient magic users who tried to obtain the same power of the Galvanors. I think that we can hold on to their same values and liberate all magic users under their name.
I like that. That's baller.
Seems like a long name. I'll refer to it as the Obsidian Flame going forward, but I do agree it is cool.
We need a fake name then.
Traveling circus.
The Old Fig Traveling Circus.
Yes.
I hold up like 3 fingers on each hand because that's how many fingers I have.
If anyone ever asks us, we don't know their alignment. We
What
will
was
say
Aussie
that-
Crud's business?
The Ambassador Trading Company.
There we
The
go.
Ambassador Trading Company.
That's it. Thank you. Thank you.
The first line between campaign worlds.
There we go. I was gonna go with Fig Newtons, but that's hell of a lot better.
We're the Fig Newtons.
Eli over here coming up with the good names.
We're the Fig Newtons.
No, we're
Fig
the Ambassador
Newton?
Trading Company.
Yes, our alias is the Ambassador Trading Company, but we are the Order of the Obsidian Flame.
Love it. Both of those are perfect. I love them both.
I'll remember it with passion, Leola says. Stepping
Right.
past the gate and onto the dirt road, Leola and the girls wave goodbye to you as a purple glow emanates from the interior walls, growing more intense until it crescendos into nothingness. The castle has seemingly disappeared, as if it was never there. The only remains are the dirt roads that now form a sort of crossroad over the moat. Well, she certainly knows a thing or two. Good thing we have her on our good side. Am I right?
She's a wonderful, magnificent, powerful woman.
My word, that woman.
Celsius.
I hope to be as strong as her someday. Now, Celsius, I do have a
Oh
question.
yeah, yes. Shoot.
You said that. You seem a little taken with her.
Oh, are you implying?
No. You and Leola? Is that a...
Krell's right eyebrow climbs.
You see Celsius kind of like fluster up. I think she's a little too old for me.
Age is but a number.
How old are both of them? I guess I would know that going
Celsius
in.
looks like more of a middle-aged man, whereas Leola is definitely like, in terms of human lifespans, in the older end.
I'm gonna.
At least 55 or above.
Really hot 50-year-olds, though. I tell you
I'd
what.
like to.
Leola? Mm-hmm.
I'd like to. Can I roll persuasion to say age is but a number?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
While he's rolling, is it possible to make my fire spells black
11. That's not too bad.
Good question. What's your reasoning?
now? Favor. We're the Obsidian
Flavor?
Flame. Yeah, we're the Obsidian Flame. I want to be the Obsidian Flame.
I would say your magic level, you could do that. Plus your time spent training with Leola. You might have learned a thing or two.
What did you ask?
I want to make my any fire spell that I cast black
So
flames.
how much downtime have we
Obsidian
had,
flames.
Ryan?
3 days.
3 days.
Yes.
Can we say that I have used the rest of my steel, which I believe is a lot?
Mhm.
Let me look at my inventory.
So you got an 11, Krill.
Yeah. It's fairly neutral. Not great, but not
You know,
terrible.
Krill, I don't think I like the implication of that because that also worked its way down the age. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind
My
of
next
weird.
question then: do you have a problem with
I get
age?
what you're saying.
I would prefer a woman who is in my age range. Like, plus or minus 5 years, you know what I'm saying?
We have an age
No,
on
the
our hands.
The
Cancel
rule
him.
the rule I go off of is half my age plus 7.
Wait a second.
My husband died 40 years ago.
I like you just bring that up.
That's relevant.
Yeah. I don't have any of my fucking bars or ingots or anything anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
you know
you
why?
have
Because we
the same
didn't
thing.
update. Okay, so you didn't have an update on D&D Beyond. I just imported the inventory from D&D Beyond, so it just wiped it.
Okay. Well, I know I had 7. I had a gold ingot and like 7 steel ingots, and I don't remember the other ones, so we'll just get rid of the other ones.
Oh yeah.
But for those 3 days, Ryan, I would like to craft a suit of armor.
Okay, what specific kind?
Plate armor.
Okay. I assume you're already proficient, correct?
Yes, absolutely. I'm proficient in all blacksmithing.
Okay. You create plate armor.
All right.
Do you
wanna
do any
the-
Do you do any like flares to it, like make it your own?
So I'm gonna take that gold ingot, and I'm going to line like the outsides of like the breastplate and the shoulder pads and stuff with the gold, like a gold inlay, so that like it like glistens when someone wears it. And I'm going to give it to Sir Everard.
Oh, you know what, Ryan? I remember we talked about this.
Okay.
Ryan,
go
I
ahead.
remember we talked about this a while back about me going and getting my shoulder plate embossed. I ended
Right.
up getting it embossed with a dead tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, remind me what that
Sorry.
means.
It doesn't mean anything necessarily. It's just symbolic of a dying tree.
Okay.
I guess my
Fair
character's dead already, but not really. So
What is the Order of Krell's symbol again?
it's a skull atop a open book.
Somewhere on that armor, Eli, is a small, tiny orc face. It is my signature mark.
Do I know where it's at?
No.
Hell yeah. Do you want my chainmail? I can give you my chainmail to remelt if you
I'll
want.
take it. I'll take it.
'Cause somehow
We'll say what I used like half of that gold bar for the inlay, because like it wouldn't have taken a whole gold
Yeah.
bar. I'll just convert the rest into like gold. How about that? Because I'm probably not gonna
Sure, you'll get 5 gold out of it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'd like to shake Warzog's hand and say, it has been quite a few years since I've seen craftsmanship as good as this.
Come straight from Karuna.
Much appreciated.
Brought together by circumstances, or one might say even fate. The party henceforth known as the Order of the Obsidian Flame has survived several harrowing encounters with mysterious forces, and the flower of their new friendship has begun to sprout. From the theater to the castle, you all have survived it all, and now have more challenges awaiting you in the future. Facing the north once more, the dirt road now beckons for your participation. And scene. 2 horses drag your carriage along the road. The stench of fall fills the trees around your path as you march onward. Beginning at midday around noon, when the sun is highest in the sky, you begin your march forward to the north, in the direction of what you assume to be Holden, a small town that is sort of a traveler's resting point between Veron and Troit. Not everyone goes this path. It's the majority of traffic from people going from Veron to other bigger cities. Approaching a carved-out street sign, the post directs you to the north with the word Holden etched on its faded wood. Celsius, trying to be funny. Hey, do you think it's going to Holden?
Goes right over Warzog's head.
I'm just gonna lightly shake my head and smile.
Dead.
Bro
jokes.
rolls his
Go ahead.
eyes.
Usually gets a few people. Several flocks of birds pass overhead, right underneath a small cloud in the sky, their song loud as ever. About 2 hours pass in your travel. Take a small break on the side of the road, and you see several squirrels hop from tree to tree, making quick and small movements as they climb. Several bees buzz in a small bed of flowers nearby, hoping to find honey. Would you all like to do anything while you take this little short break?
Curious question for you. How does our food rations look in this situation?
Well, lucky for you, Reynolds went hunting within the past 3 days, and we have brought back ample supply of food.
Venison.
Okay.
Reynolds, actually, roll me a d20.
Even though I don't need to eat anyway. But very cool.
That is how many pounds of meat you've acquired in your hunting.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And we'll say this is venison because the as you saw from earlier, elk is a very common game in this area.
Mhm.
I could help prepare it. I could even do a little prestidigitation to help bring out the flavors. But like a nice.
It only lasts for an hour.
It does, but once you taste it, I make the taste good, and then once you eat it, you don't need to taste it again, so it doesn't matter. I just make it a wonderful meal.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
It's a
Make
5-foot
it taste
cube
good.
of stuff, so
Yeah.
hell,
Just make
he
it
can
taste
fucking
really
make
nice.
all of it taste great right now.
Garlic and peppers and
Nobody would even know that it's just all fake.
You finish your break and head back on the road. Celsius chimes in from the front seat of the cart. So, Ulfig, I know a little bit about you, but the rest of you are kind of a mystery. Let's start with, he kind of just randomly points to you, Sir Everard. What about you? What's your story?
It is a long and boring story. But
I don't believe that.
skipping over the boring details, I'm from the old days during the war. I forget what the name of the war was.
The Great War.
Oh, it was just the Great War. Wasn't like the New Order or something, or is that what came after?
Oh,
Whoever Everard would have
Kingdom
been
of
fighting.
Zenithan.
Oh, it was just the Kingdom of Zenithan?
The early kingdom, yeah. That was what you were fighting for.
Yeah.
Uvaland was the enemy faction.
I was there fighting the elves. But now, I'm in this new world where magic is banned and things seem so backwards.
That's absolutely crazy. You're literally a time machine.
Don't know if I'd say that, but sure.
Wow. Wait, so you were from the old days. What was it like back then? Before the war? I've only heard
well-
stories.
You didn't have to worry about magic. There was
Yeah.
some hostility with the elves, but I imagine things are better now. So, there are some positives and negatives.
True. Wow. From before the Great War. Incredible. Who could top that one?
I noticed you're not eating any venison. Is it to your liking?
Just not in the mood currently.
Right.
It's okay. And I just tap him on his metal shoulder and continue walking.
Oh, yes, Warzag. What about you? You said you're from Karura, correct?
Yeah, I'm from Karura.
Interesting.
I think so.
I hear nothing but good things come from that place.
Yeah, look, I don't think anything bad's come from Karura. And Warzak's picking a big old fucking booger out of his nose while he's talking to him. It's all black because of him working in the forge, and he's just yanking it out of his nose.
Oh. Duly noted. And, you with the long black hair. Reynold, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Oh, I'm just a humble hunter.
Hey, modest. I like that.
Quite so. Oh,
Warzak also giggles from that remark.
And last but not least, you, Krell, which have the same name as what Vargas was talking about. I hope that's just a misconception.
Oh, I hope so too. Actually, I awoke one day and I seemed to have gained a second name, named Galen. I looked in the mirror, did not recognize myself. Actually, I don't remember much of who I was, but prior to said day, all I remember is my name was Krell.
Interesting.
Some things have been coming back here and there, but I keep those
Let's
to myself.
rewind this for a second. Are you still going by Krell, or are you trying to cover it with Galen?
I'm still going by Krell. I know who I fucking am. I know.
Very bold move. Very Very well, very well.
All I know is I woke up one day, clutching this sword, and I pull out my sword. It's with the sheath, obviously. I'm not, like, unsheathing it.
You rolled a natural 20, kids?
Yep.
Animal.
I woke up with this sword, and I've been attached to it since. But I did gain a second name. That
Do you
being
think
Galen.
whoever had the sword before is what knocked you out? Erased your memories?
Perhaps. I believe that there was a little bit more to it. I remember a fuzzy blue forest. Not necessarily fuzzy, but there was fog, a blue fog rolling in. I remember that. And I remember a name other than my own.
Well,
That being Veilstrass.
I know I have nothing crazy to share, but since everyone's sharing, I grew up in the town of Briar Glen, just west of Ederith.
That's very close to the College of Saberton, if I remember correctly.
It's sort of it's still several days travel out, but yeah, it's somewhat closer. Briar Glen is more of a western port town, similar to Veron, but not unlike it. I didn't really have anything special. I grew up with both my parents, lived modestly. We weren't peasants. Wasn't until I was probably about 8 or 9 when I discovered I was a sorcerer. One thing led to another, and of course, 9 years ago happened, and they took my parents last year. The guard blackmailed them, saying that if they don't surrender me, then they will take their life. We all thought it was a bluff, and we were wrong. Luxius plays a good game, pretending to guide this order on the sake of principle and for the good of the world. But those guards didn't hesitate to kill my parents. So, it's bullshit. He's selling us bullshit. I'm not buying it. I hope you all don't either.
I'd like to lean closer and tell him that there will be a time that eventually an individual will challenge this man's notion of the arcane. And it has happened to everyone before. This challenge will rise up from what is assumingly nothing. And he will be overwhelmed by a force that he does not understand.
A force known as the Obsidian Flame.
I couldn't agree more, Old Fig. It's going to be us. I spent many a day thinking of storming up the King's Circle and facing him himself. I can't fathom why the King's Circle would take to face value his words of what happened that day. I don't get it.
You think he's using magic to suppress them?
To simply just abandon the will of the Creed that they set forth from day one after the end of the Great War. I don't know. I don't know, Opfig. I really don't.
And I wonder what role that these gems play.
Questions that I guess we'll have to get answers from him.
My opinion is that once a man finds himself above the law, he hardly respects them. So
Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't know. It's just all gone to shit so quick. I mean, when you think about it, 9 years isn't really that long in our life.
Celsius. You know who might share who I know shares those same ideals? Aeola.
I was
Picture,
hoping to
like-
drag her in. Well, let me rephrase. I was hoping that she would be persuaded to come join us, but I understand that she has an obligation to her students. I do think that she will keep her promise that it won't be now, but someday she will help us.
And when you two reunite, what a reunion it will be.
Oh, old fig.
I just picture like this
Nothing.
grandma that just sees these two younger people just, ooh, go together.
You're so cute together.
I want grandchildren.
Yeah,
Okay.
give me
Now you're all
grandchildren.
getting ahead of yourselves. Anyway, it's probably best we don't talk about that. I'm gonna get upset.
Oh, so you do care for her?
No, I meant the other issue at hand.
Oh,
Your parents, yes.
sure. Oh, parents. Sorry.
What about your parents, Krell?
My
Or
parents.
Galen? Galen's parents?
Oh,
What
they
about Galen
died. Galen said, Krell says with, like, really no emotion on his face.
The day continues to pass on as you guys make your chit chat. As you kind of bend and weave throughout this dirt road as it travels through the forest. Your march transforms from flat land to rolling hills as the road bends up and slightly to the left. From this point, the road abandons the properties of a line and is simply following the path of least resistance through the hills. Somebody give me a DC or perception check. Anyone. It could be all of you.
All of us?
Oh no,
favorite.
I
Yeah,
didn't
sure.
mean to just roll a d20. Hold up. That's not what I meant to do. My whole bar is gone. Where did it go?
Oh, it's because your token's on screen. There's no point for it to
No
be.
token.
Just
easy.
add the number to your roll.
Okay.
Trevor got a
rolling?
22.
They all doing it?
Yeah, you all can do for
I
it.
think so.
Got a 19.
We are level 5, correct?
Yes.
Yes, you're level 5.
I got an 11. Again.
And perception.
Oh,
Holy shit!
Another nat 20. Okay.
That's a 24.
All right. As the car is dragging on, Reynold and Sir Everard, peering through the cabin window, you see through some of the trees 2 elk slowly trotting. They were really hard to spot thanks to the leaves being tossed around by the gusts of wind, but they don't appear to have noticed the cart yet, and they were just slowly walking away.
I would look to Reynold and I'd say, with their beauty, do you ever find it hard to kill them?
Find everything hard to kill.
Girl leans in close. Kill what?
Who's killing?
No one's
Someone.
killing anything.
Philip's just kind of up front looking at his parchment again to make sure that you're all still on the right path, even though this
Yeah.
has been the only road you've seen.
the right path.
Anyway, Detroit, best place for realization, hands down in the kingdom.
You see, where's that? Like, look under his armpit, and you see like a couple mushrooms underneath there, and he like kind of scratches them.
Or it's like, when's the last time you've been in the water? When is the last time you made contact with water?
I was
Oh,
on a
you're
boat
thinking-
from Corora, and I got splashed sometimes. Orcs don't need water that much.
They aren't plants.
I don't.
Nose wheezes mushrooms.
Also, what's that smell? That's not you, Warzak, is it?
It's the
Oh.
cheese.
Let it be known, Warzak, you still had that fucking bag with the skins from what creatures? I forget.
I took a couple feet off of some imps, and when demons
Yeah, you have imp-
deteriorate, it smells like rotten eggs.
Yeah,
so-
and you're carrying that in the facility with you in the cart.
Speaking of bags, I haven't heard from Scaramichi at all.
Oh, you're right.
I haven't brought him out. He doesn't talk unless I bring him the fuck out of the bag, or if he
That's
wants to
fair.
talk.
Set ground rules.
I'm actually
He
really glad
doesn't-
you do that.
He doesn't.
You don't talk unless you're on the bag.
Stupid.
Oh God. I was like, what is that smell coming from your direction?
It's the toes. It's
Usual.
Warzag does not remember that at all. Oh,
What
oh
smell
no.
you talking about?
What smells?
Like literal death and decay. What is that?
Warzag like slings his bag around to the front of him and starts
Ugh.
digging through his bag. And you just see him like lift his hand up with like black goop dripping through his fingers. And the smell just is like extremely excruciating.
Oh.
I think this is what you're talking about. And
You
Warzag,
couldn't
like,
throw that out.
puts it up to his nose and he like sticks his tongue in it a little bit.
I can't watch. I can't watch. Can't do it.
He puts it back in the bag and closes it up.
No, it keeps it.
I am just
you
glad
know.
to not be in there. I can smell
Can
it
I-
from here outside.
Can I use the spell Gust to keep that fucking smell away from me? It's a cantrip.
Yeah, you surely can.
I'm gonna use the
faint
harmless sensory effect one, just so that way I don't knock it out of his hand.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could just go ahead and I'll go and prestidigitate Warzog so it smells like just like oozes.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Straight up.
For 1 hour, your car does not smell like absolute death.
Just recast it every hour. Just
Okay. There you go.
no. I'll actually not roses. We'll do just like the seaside of the
Earth.
yeah, the seaside of the Varan, like
Oh, I let.
the
Yeah.
lighthouses. Yeah, where the lighthouse is.
Nice.
Just like my first sensory smell of the city of Varan.
Perfect.
The wharf.
Yes, the salt in the air. Hold up. It's gonna smell like beach walk. It's gonna smell like the beach walk.
Is that your candle?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna light that.
You need
So
that
2 of you
mahogany
from
keyboard.
Karura. Reynolds, where are you from?
No.
No.
Small town in the north.
That's
Near the
very
mountains.
descriptive. Near the mountains. In the Kingdom of Zenithan or near Boldir?
Let's say near the border with Bolivia. It's not a
Okay. Lockynge?
very insignificant
Redwater?
town, I must say.
Well, Redwater would be a pretty fairly insignificant town, although it does get some traffic between the Giants and the King's Circle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, fair enough. I won't pry. And
on
so
that
Everard,
note,
you're
I actually have to get off because I have to get up.
Oh,
what?
kids.
You're gonna miss the better parts.
I get 6 hours of sleep, and I did not sleep great last night.
Oh,
considering I was in a
okay.
car.
You slept in a car?
Yeah,
Why?
just was out camping.
Be your
Oh.
car.
Fair enough.
Real quick before you go,
Yeesh.
roll me a d20. I'll tell you the roll.
Oh. Come on, baby, another nat 20.
No.
Missing a 0 behind it. You want me to make one?
That's what you just rolled.
Ah, okay.
Does he die instantly into a crisp?
Combust in flames.
The sun.
I turn into an orc.
Sun kills it. He turns into an orc, and he yells, "I'm a tank."
Oh, green there. Green
Right.
is best.
Goodbye, kids.
Bye, Hunter.
I don't want to go
My
out. To know that
hunter.
if I don't go now, I will feel like shit tomorrow.
All right, I get it.
As Celsius tried to ask Reynolds about his origin, Reynolds, was reluctant to give a real answer, but you could tell that Reynolds' facial expression seemed to be more irked. And he seemed to be more, his attention has focused elsewhere.
And his arms began elevating upwards as he entered a T-pose.
Yeah,
I will
that too.
cast minor illusion on Reynolds to make his face look like a butt.
He has logged out. He has logged out.
Technically, if he touches, the illusion goes away. So
I will cast the gust spell to make it seem like a harmless sensory effect of air is coming from Reynolds' mouth, where the crack would be.
It does not go away. You just, if you examine it, you can be able to determine that it is in fact a illusion.
Oh, yeah, but doesn't it
Fine.
become like opaque or something like that?
Somewhat, yeah.
Is
Doesn't go away.
prestidigitation concentration?
Nothing's concentration. No cantrips or
No.
this point
Okay.
What are you doing?
Because
that I have.
I was hoping that like Warzog's smell would come back, and then the butt head's there, and I'm like
No,
air.
it's
I'm
the
like-
To the Warhammer group chat.
once an hour I'm making the sea smell, and then once a minute I have to recast the butt on his face.
It's nearing the end of the day. The sun is setting on your left side behind the trees. The orange leaves almost purely diffuse the sun's remaining light, leaving you with a brilliant warm glow that mirrors the slowly dropping temperature. It is almost nightfall. For the sake of brevity, we'll say that you find a place off the side of the road. You travel about 100 yards and find a small clearing that is large enough to hold you all for the night. Several trees surround the area, providing you a nice amount of protection. The clearing almost forms like a ring, and with a mound of earth on one of its sides that bears a tree on top, kind of like a little dip in the land. It's kind of like a backdrop that you can just kind of chill against. It looks like it'd make a perfect cozy space. And
Ryan, can I talk to you in private?
but just wait a second.
10-4.
Oh, fire.
I love the little just any drifting effect that you have, like all these little the leaves and the.
Yeah. You all begin setting up your camp, and Krill goes out for a walk temporarily. You all succeed with, this is pretty basic stuff. You guys create your campfire and set up several stumps and your tents around. I guess whatever you prefer. If you want to sleep on the ground or sleep somewhere nice and cozy, maybe close to the fire, you do so.
Where's Zach digs a hole?
I would assume nothing less.
A hole. Okay.
No, wait, I can't do that.
Celsius is sitting by the fire, just kind of staring into it.
Is Celsius on like a log or something?
Yeah, as a stump of sorts.
All right. Is there room next to him or no?
Yeah, I mean, Old Fig is on his left side, so there's room on his right, unless someone else already claimed that spot.
All right. On his right, I sit down and I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, you're looking longingly into the fire. What's wrong?
I'm just thinking about what I've said earlier. It
What
still
about
irks me.
Leola? Oh.
No, not Leola.
That is.
No, Luxius and his brainwashing of the King's Circle. I simply can't fathom it. When the Kingsman God first appeared, of course there was a massive disapproval. I'm sure some of you were aware of it. I'm sure even in Karura, there was a giant disagreement. A lot of people initially took a negative reaction to these words. And rightfully so, right? The
I would
man requests
imagine.
the entire world to just give up on magic simply because of something that happened to him in the middle of the English Ocean. Sounds absolutely insane. They still wouldn't tell the King's Circle.
What's far more insane is the fact that everyone listened to him.
That's exactly the point I'm trying to wrap my head around.
What do we know about what occurred in the English Ocean? Also, where is the English Ocean?
That is the ocean in the middle between the two continents. Like how the world kind of makes like a reverse
looking at
U.
I got you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
There is
it, like, say
a note I
Polish or
have.
something?
So if you guys go to literature, then news, you have the official report.
Okay.
You guys would know that.
I lean into him and
Except
I
for
say,
Sherrod, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
I guess Warzak wouldn't know that because he doesn't know how to read.
Where Zach knows how to read.
Okay,
Ryan,
you know.
He has an
Can-
intelligence score of 11. I can read and write common.
Fair enough.
And Orcish.
Ryan, can I search my fuzzy memories to see if I can think of any kind of spell that would allow for such a massive deception?
Roll a history check.
History check. History.
As you're picking your brain, Celsius is like, I guess because he's a Galvanor that they simply must trust him.
That's the only thing I can think of.
So you rolled a 7.
7. Yeah.
From your memory, or maybe your old memories, you don't really recall a spell that's capable of such a mass illusion.
I wonder, just to relate it to what we've seen already, what Vargas did 2 days ago, taking us back to the square in front of the Vivian Beaumont. I wonder, just speculating, it could be a similar spell, just a higher level. I wonder if this Krell organization, I'm grasping at straws here, we're just speculating, but maybe this Krell organization is responsible for the thing that he saw as well.
I see what you're saying. Somehow, this Krell person, whoever it was that attacked the theater, has somehow taken advantage of a Galvanor, which by that alone is unheard of. But that does make more sense than them just simply believing it.
There's also been some discussion amongst our group of, since we don't know where the other Galvanors are.
Oh, no one knows.
If the brothers, if the brothers had some sort of butting of heads, I wonder if...
No, I think from the report I recall, there was no... the other brothers even there? I think maybe Axius was, but I think from that moment they went their own separate ways, which is a terrible idea. I think Noxius will talk sense to Luxius, but what do I know?
I mean, it's great for us. I'd rather fight 1 than 4.
That's a good point.
Regardless of whether or not we fight 1 or all 4 at the same time, the brothers, if they hate one another, it doesn't matter. You've killed one of their kin. You'll end up having to fight the others.
Unless they hate each other. That's what I'm speculating on. I think that they reached to the top of their power, and then when they had no one else to fight, they fought themselves. I mean, it's rumored that the 2 of them are dead. I forget which ones exactly, but it's rumored that they're dead. No. Axius is a bitch. Wouldn't put it past him. My only hope is that when the 6 of us are strongest creatures in the land, that we do not turn on each other as well. Things were simpler in Carrera. I learned my arts from a shaman, and we weren't particularly doing them out in the open, but it was simpler there. We didn't have to hide it quite as much.
Yeah, it's very challenging here. Not everyone is as keen, rephrase that, not everyone is as welcoming to magic, unfortunately. There are still, believe me, there are still some people who abide by these rulings of the King's Circle. They think the King's Circle is still abiding by the creed. But, I mean, for what it's worth, Luxius isn't stupid. He plans and organizes the entire Kingsman Guard, and the King's Circles are the ones who fund it and provide the soldiers. I mean, they offer them a good deal too. They join this new military force, they receive good pay, free meals, and as long as you were in solid condition, you could have a decent life. To a lot of less fortunate people, that's a hard thing to pass up.
I think also being able to push people around is rather nice for them as well.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, when you're nobody, then you get some power. Being
Right.
able to take advantage of magic users, by locking them
Right.
up and
I
taking
see.
advantage of them. Sure, it tickles them.
No, you're absolutely right. Like I said, I can't say I blame some of them for joining. I mean, they have families they have to provide themselves. But I hate the fact that I have to do the things I do to these people to get back freedom we should have had 50 years ago. I'm just at a loss.
How old are you, Celsius?
I am 28.
So young. Yes, you wouldn't have remembered. I remember I was born during the war. It was rough, but I vaguely remember a time before the restrictions on magic existed.
I was but,
It's lovely.
I mean, I lived most of my young life before. I guess I'm glad I did because I was able to develop my powers, but now it's whatever now.
It seems the rules that they've instated are really there just to push people down and keep the low classes lower.
Well, from Luxia's words himself, the justification is to prevent any sort of tragedy at the hands of magic users from whatever happened in the Arlinglesh that day.
Yet eliminating magic itself is a tragedy.
I would agree. I mean,
One
there's so
tragedy
many
with
good
another.
things you can do with it. Think of the things that you're able to do. You could see into the future. Why would we want to get rid of that? What was so bad that day that it took one of the 4 Wizard Kings to say no? Let's not do that anymore.
It is fair enough, but perhaps to see the other side of it. On our first journey back from Castle Tuscany, we encountered some of the Kingsman guards. We fought them. During the fight, I stirred up a Death Devil spell. Though it helped us defeat the evil and free some of the people, sand got in the lungs of a poor boy.
Oh. Wait, did you hide the bodies? You hid the bodies, right?
Oh, we hid the
Warlock over here. He buried them in a hole and then
Oh,
sealed
okay.
it into a metal. It was.
They are not.
Nobody finding them.
They are not too keen on finding dead bodies of Kingsman Guard. I'll tell you
The
that.
point is,
Oh,
even
go ahead,
us,
sorry.
even us who have the best intentions, there were casualties of the magic, it not being entirely restrained. On one hand, I see the benefits, but on the other hand is tragedy.
We have to do what we have to do, eh?
I have to disagree. Unfortunately, in the times of war, there will always be casualties. You
It was
don't.
Trist's boy. That's who I did.
Yes. Unfortunately,
Not just
due to that, you cannot always presume that everyone will come out of every scuffle unharmed. So, that being said,
I think there's
happens.
merit to that argument, but I got my revenge, and I still wasn't satisfied.
I forget, Celsius, is he a sorcerer?
Yes,
Okay.
indeed
I
he
think
is.
that is the concern of the Galvanors. The
Unbridled
idea that you're
raw
not
power?
satisfied.
Oh.
Probably right.
Worries.
I probably won't be satisfied until I see Luxia straight in his face. But anywho, let's not leave this night on a bad note. I have an idea. Would you all like to play a game?
Very
Sure.
well.
I learned it back in Detroit, at the bathhouse.
What kind of games you learning in the bathhouse?
I'm keeping my clothes on.
Okay, not those kind of games.
Whores in the villa.
Okay, it's called No One's Dice. Do any of you have a dice set?
We all have dice sets. I'm just kidding.
Oh, well,
Let me check
how
my
perfect.
inventory.
I have
Okay,
heard of
we-
that game. We used to play it in the barracks.
You would have,
A
yeah.
little bag of sand.
What
I read up on it.
item do I have? Hold on.
Here is the rule set for the game.
I was gonna ask to play this game. I didn't know if you had a plan for it, but I was
Yep.
reading it when I was going through the notes, and I was like, dude, this seems cool as fuck.
Okay, so get this. We'll start with a wager. It can be whatever we want. If at any time we'll make a first roll. If anyone rolls a 1, you're automatically eliminated. Hence the name of the game. Everyone rolls a d6 simultaneously. If there is someone with the highest score, they have the opportunity to hold out and stop playing. If there is a tie for the lead, then no one has that option, and we roll the next d6. So, let's assume that someone had the highest number, then everyone but that person, if they choose to sit out, will roll another d6. This is an additional d6, mind you, not the same d6. You leave your original roll. This is cumulative, and just to make sure, just if you don't have all the d6 in your pouch, then make sure you just keep a running total, of course. If the leader is sitting out, and the lead number doesn't change, then nothing happens, and the play continues with everyone roll their additional d6 die. If the leader is sitting out and the lead does change, the original leader has an option. They can come back in by wagering an additional ante, matching their original bet, or they can take back half their total bet, rounded down, and eliminate themselves. Then the new leader has the option of sitting out or continuing to play. If no one was sitting out, then the leader has the same option as always to sit out if they want. The play will continue until all but one player is eliminated. If everyone gets eliminated at the same time, then all the money goes in the middle of the pot and it carries over to the next round. So, sound interesting?
Let's play a free round.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Then you can kind of tell us what our options are as we do it, and then we'll keep going.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
I've learned a number of dice games this way.
Okay. Yeah, we'll play some free hands and get acquainted. Okay, so let's see. Warzak's dice, Krell's dice, Reynolds asleep, so is Kib. Old Fig's dice, Sir Everard, and myself. Okay.
I love these. They're pink.
I'm glad you like them. Okay, is everyone ready?
Yep. Yes.
All right,
Let's
roll
get
the
it.
first d6.
I haven't
Oh,
looked
I don't
at
want
anything
to.
yet. Sorry.
Celsius.
Sorry, this one dice turned into 2, and then... Damn. I believe that means I'm out.
Oh, Old Fig, you are out. You are unfortunately eliminated. Sir Everard, you have a 5, so you are the current leader. You can choose to sit out and not roll, or you can choose to roll again and get a new lead. And remember, these rolls are cumulative, so add on to your previous roll.
I'll roll again.
Okay, so you choose to not sit. Alright, everyone roll their second d6, and add it to your first d6. Roll
6.
6, okay. So
Total.
6 to my 2. My total is 8.
My total is 10.
Oh. Does anyone have higher than 10?
Nope.
My total is 6.
Okay, so Everard, you are still in the lead. Do you want to sit, or do you want to keep going?
I'll roll again.
Okay, everyone roll their third die. Oh, I'm out. Yikes.
Hold on.
6.
At lead. 16.
Okay, so Everard with the 16. Warzak, what's your number?
13.
13. Krell,
8.
8. It looks like Sir Everard is still in the lead. Do you wish to sit, or to keep the lead?
I will hold.
Your hold. Okay, you're gonna sit the next one out. Okay. Go ahead, Warzak and Krell. Roll your next d6. Ooh, Warzak is out. It is
Well-
just Krell and Sir Everard.
What's Krell's number right now?
I have 12 right now.
12. I will hold again.
Is it by each round that he can hold?
Yes, he can. Yep.
Okay, so because he has the highest total, he can hold. Okay.
Yes, he is the leader.
Oh.
Only the leader can hold.
That's 14.
We'll hold again.
That's 19.
I will roll.
I will roll.
Damn.
Well, you have to roll anyway because you're not lead. Or are you the lead?
He
I'm
is
the lead now.
Okay.
It's 20. 4 I have.
I'm at 19 right now. I'll
Roll
roll
again.
again.
I'll roll again.
Okay, so just a small note. Since Tristan passed you in the lead, if you wanted to roll again, Eli, you would have to up your ante.
Yeah, I'd have to put in double, right?
Match your original bet. Yep.
Okay. I will roll. I'm at 19 right now.
I'm
The
gonna
betting,
roll
would we
again.
all have to wager the same amount?
Did y'all know that there's a
25.
calculator next to
yeah.
your fucking?
I'm 26.
Damn. I am at. What did it do? 2?
I don't know. I
you
think
the first
you
roll.
rolled a 4.
4. So
Or
Yeah, take the first one.
20. It was 25 plus 4. Or did you take out that one? So is that? Or are you keeping the 5?
yeah.
Is that the first one?
Yeah, that was your first one.
I'm at 30 then.
You're at 30. I'm at
You should be at
29.
31. No, you should be at 31.
I should be at 31. Okay. I'll roll again.
I will have to roll again because you're beating me by 1.
Did you not hear the campfire juice?
No, I had
You got me.
Hold
I
on.
had it turned down for some reason.
Gotcha.
Sir Everard has won the game.
All right.
It looks like I've still got it after, 60 years now.
Impressive.
What was our
All right, you guys want to do one more free game before we begin?
No, I think I got the hang of it.
Yeah, let's just put money on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Way to go.
One
I'll
gold
put in
each.
1 silver piece. Oh, a gold piece. You want to start with gold?
Absolutely.
Kind of like it.
We all have to put in a gold then, right?
Yes. All 1
Alright.
gold.
I'll put in a gold.
Actually,
I was thinking.
you can't put in whatever amount you desire. You can't do that if you want to put in more than 1 gold.
I was thinking I put in
Match
3.
Where Zach puts all of his gold in.
What? Heavy
How much gold
roller.
do you have?
Borzag, what? Are you sure about this?
Yes.
Okay.
How much gold is that you're putting in?
61.
Oh.
Jesus Christ,
I'll
Borzag.
match it.
Who is Jesus
I
Christ?
have-
Why did I say that?
No interest in matching. I don't. If
Then sit down.
Oh, so you don't have to match. You do not have to match.
Okay.
okay, I will put in.
I will
3 gold
match,
pieces
though.
that was originally suggested.
What would be the point
So-
of him putting in the amount then? He has nothing to gain. Not what I'm saying.
So we got 125 gold in the pot.
Just from what I have for the rules, it says all players wager like 1 whatever coin, and then it
Oh.
says also or whatever amount they desire.
I'll just do 1 then. Because
You're just doing 1?
The game. Yeah, I don't want to break the game.
Okay.
And I'll do the 1.
Then I'll do 1 as
Just
well.
like if I put in 3 and he puts in 60 and I win, then I get his 60.
You get like adding to the pot.
So is everyone putting 1 gold in?
Yeah.
I could do 1.
Okay,
Okay.
so 5 gold in the pot.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my calculator ready. Okay.
Okay,
There's a
Everyone roll their first
calculator
die.
right next to the public. If you click on the D20 right next to public roll, it's a calculator.
Okay.
Wow, 3 5s.
Damn, we're doing good.
okay. Let's see. We have a tie for the lead, so no one is in the lead. Let's roll again. Okay, I have 9.
I have
I have
7.
11.
I bet.
I have 9.
Braille is in the lead with 11.
I'll hold
You can
this
sit-
one out.
Okay, everyone roll again. That's Krill.
The fuck is that? 3 plus 5.
It's a calculator.
Oh,
Don't worry about that. I'm out.
Oof. Zag out. So I am at 15.
and 11.
14.
Okay, so,
So I am now the lead. So now, Krill,
I
you can
toss another
either.
gold in.
Okay. Awesome.
We all have to
I
toss in
will-
another gold then?
No, just
No.
me.
I will roll.
I'm out. Oh,
I'm out too. Damn.
What
Oh,
the fuck?
Y'all just got.
I win?
yeah,
you
you
do.
win.
only one.
You just
I
won 6
love
gold pieces.
Gambling.
Good
How much
job,
do I
old.
get?
Big.
How much do I win?
6 gold pieces.
6 gold pieces. I
Yep.
love it. Gambling is great.
I don't see how that
Oh.
hardly counts.
Oh,
Yes,
old
there's
fig, you have divination on your side.
Yeah,
No,
that is what I was going to say.
no, I have no control over that.
I was
I wish
playing
I
an
did.
unfair game. I'm just
Do
joking.
not
with you, old
be
fig.
a sore loser, Celsius. I go, let's do another round. 4 gold for the beginning part.
Okay, upping the ante.
Yes.
Who is
Wait, I
down
don't
for
think
that?
Sir Everard has any money.
I gave you
I'll
some
cover
gold.
your gold.
How much gold did you give me then?
I think 10.
Tim? Sure.
Oh,
So 4 now. Okay, yeah.
You found some
I'll put
gold in your
4 in the
boots.
be upset when I take it all from you. We got the bug now.
Nice.
So we
Okay,
throw
4 gold in the pot for everyone.
Let's
Yeah.
put a blocker in.
I'll keep track of the gold, by the way.
Okay.
4 gold per person. That's going to be 5 of us. That's going to be 20 gold in the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did you just type?
It'd be 25.
Just a
it's
breaker
5
and the
of us.
rolls.
But it's 4 gold.
Oh, 4. I thought you said 5.
Okay. Everyone, go ahead and roll.
I'm out.
Oof. Damn.
Oh man.
I got 5.
Okay, I think I am the current lead, so I will roll.
I have 2.
All right, second round. Oof. I'm out. Just like that.
What?
Second time in a row.
I'm at 9.
I'm at 8.
I'm at 5.
I will roll. Actually, no, I'll hold. I'll hold.
At 9, you're gonna hold a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna roll.
I also roll. I'm out.
Has 3 4s in a row.
An old fig
That's
bites the
at
dust.
12.
You're
That's
at
it.
12. Okay. So it's you, me now, Eli.
All my winnings.
Oh man.
That brings me to 13.
What am I at? 12 plus 6, 18. I will hold.
Okay.
Oh, doesn't
We'll be right back.
doesn't Tristan have to put in 4 more gold now? So the pot
Yeah.
has 24.
Yeah, he has to put back in his ritual anti-bet.
Yeah.
Or if he wants to leave, you can pull half of it and round down.
Hell no. I'm going big.
So what?
24.
You're at 24. How?
No,
No,
like
pot.
24 gold is the pot. Yeah.
Gosh. Are you at?
I just rolled
13
a
now?
2, so fuck. I was keeping track of it. 5 and then 4 and then 4 made it 13, and then 2 made it 15. I'm at 15 gold.
Well, I'm sitting at 18, so I'm gonna hold still.
Okay. There you go.
24 gold, Sir Everard. Fat dabs.
I will
Look at
remove
you go.
8 gold from my inventory.
For somebody without money, you're so cleaning up.
Gambling's fun.
Okay,
All
did
right.
somebody win?
Yeah, Eli did.
Everard won.
Nice. What did you
Final.
win?
24 gold. I won 24 gold.
Nice.
Well, you would only add 20 to your inventory, right? Because you put 4 in. Yeah.
Depends
Yeah.
if he subtracted. Like, when I anteed in, I went ahead and subtracted the 4.
Yeah, that's smart.
And if
Gotcha.
I win, then I get them all. But, yeah.
Who wants to go one final round on this? 20
I'm
gold.
down.
20? No, not 20. I would do another 4.
20. Wow.
I'll do
Really
another
pressing
20.
it. I'll do 5. I'll go for 5. That's about it for me.
I'll bump it up to
I-
5.
I'm at you at 5.
Bump up to 5.
Your starting pot is 25 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.
Hold on, let me
We
put
can do our first roll.
a breaker in. There we go.
Oh, nice. I see what you're doing. Oh, I'm instantly up. Damn. It's never good at gambling.
5. The orcs are cleaning up
You want
here.
to lead.
Oh, with Warzog.
Yeah,
Warzog.
there is no lead.
Round 2, right?
Yep, round 2. More like round poo.
I'm at 7.
Warzog is another lead, yeah.
I'm at 10.
I'm
But 9.
8.
Again. 15.
I'm at 13.
Have you
At
only
9.
rolled 5s? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Bad man.
Rock is truly with me. I'll go again.
At 11.
I'm at 18.
I am also at 18.
I'm at 12.
I'm at 13. At least I'm beating Krell, right?
Mhm. It doesn't matter if you beat me or not. The moment you roll a 1, you lose.
Oh!
It's like that.
I'm at 21.
Was that?
Where's eats his dice?
Well, I don't think I rolled that round. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think I rolled that round. I didn't realize we were going. And I'm out. Just like that, I'm out.
Why is it always me and Everard?
Alright, so I'm at 21 and you're at what, Tristan?
18.
Did someone add to the pot already? Sorry.
Did
someone
anyone
have the ante?
ever? Did anyone ever overtake?
Juice? No,
Juice.
I'm about to though. I'm gonna hold right now.
Well, Juice just lost.
Yeah, exactly, but he never held.
Okay.
Oh.
Just we'll roll this turn, then whoever gets the highest this turn will be the leader.
I'm the
Yeah.
leader at 21.
Yeah, he's
Oh, you're already
at
there.
21. I'm at 18. Yeah,
Okay, just making sure. I didn't want
And I'm
to
gonna
miss
hold.
something.
you're gonna hold. All right, I roll
Oh, fuck.
Alright,
6.
I'll put 5 more in.
All right,
Lots of the
I'm
30.
at 24. I will hold.
Well, you.
Oh,
yeah,
I
guess that
roll.
makes sense.
+3. Okay, I'm at 27.
I'm at 26.
Okay. I will roll. Damn it.
Oof.
At least I only
Bad.
lost 5.
29. Yeah.
Sir Everard
Oh.
cleaning it up.
So how much do I add to my inventory now?
30 gold pieces.
Well, subtracting 5, right? My own.
Yeah.
I overtook you once, so don't you? Isn't it 10 of your own?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if he overtook you, then yeah. So you would get 20 gold pieces.
Wow, I went from 10 to 49.
Now, Sir Everard, is this how you're using your newfound freedom?
Well, I did used to play this a lot in the barracks back in the days. I do enjoy some pastime activities.
Is anyone going to enter the High Rollers Guild with me? I'm offering up 20 again.
Nah, I've never been good at gambling.
Well, thank you.
Me either. It's more for the fun.
I look at
Everard,
Rorzak.
how does it feel being here now compared to back then? This big disparity in time has to be somewhat jarring.
You could say that. It's just interesting to see the change in perspectives. How we were so reliant on magic and now it has seemed like a distant memory to most people. Such hatred towards magic users this prejudice is like what you said, jarring.
Very interesting to hear. Well, I'm off to bed. Hopefully tomorrow is an easy day.
Shall be. This is the start of a great journey.
I think so too. Alright, gentlemen and gentlewomen. I will see you all tomorrow. Good night.
I lock eyes with Warzag. High
Why?
Rollers Guild?
Game takes 4 people to play.
It could just be one-on-one. We could make an amendment to the rules. Yeah?
Yeah.
20 gold.
Absolutely.
20 gold.
Next time.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Boys, go to bed.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't.
Oh,
Do you guys
say
wish
yes,
to establish a watch order?
I
Or
got
are you
it.
just everyone going to bed? You
I
got it?
got
Okay. The whole shift?
Whole shift.
Okay.
Are
not
you
not
you
too unfamiliar with your job now, huh?
Are you sure, dear?
Oh yeah, I guess I do have to play it cool. I can take on a shift or two.
Yes, we wouldn't want you to stay up all night. You need to get your rest too, dear.
I'll take the shift after you. Don't worry about it.
Well, I'll take the, I'm up early anyway, so I'll take the last shift.
You've stayed up enough. You're fine. I'll take care of it. We'll split it into 2 shifts.
Alright.
I'm used to the dark.
Can be on first watch.
So it's Sir Everard taking the first 2, and then Krell taking the last one.
All right.
The rest of you cozy up in your homemade little beds and tents next to the fire. The air is getting somewhat chillier. This is the fall time, so the nights are bound to be cold. But nothing too ruthless.
Ah, I gotcha. I was wondering what the fuck
Oh,
that
okay.
was.
Good idea.
It was repentance, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That one
You
was
got
nice.
Nat 1,
The
though.
Nat
That's
1 is
powerful.
really nice. I'm really excited
Yeah.
for it. We better have something today.
Nice. Okay.
I don't know what just happened, but I'll take your word for it.
I'm
Sir
seeing
Everard,
the
you
future.
stay up and watch your companions drift into slumber. Give me a perception check.
Keep 11.
11.
Mm-hmm.
Scanning around the surrounding tree line, nothing seems to be going on at the moment. There are, of course, the usual signs of life from the various creatures that roam the woods. As before, there were squirrels, deer, the humming of insects, the chirping of birds, but the forest remains restful. Your second shift has arrived. Give me a second perception check.
17.
17. Hear the sound of crumpling sticks about 20 yards away.
How heavy?
Crunch. 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 Ugh. Crunch. Crunch. As as the sounds get slowly closer and closer. Looking over, you see two large, dark-colored figures. These are brown bears. They have wandered near your camp. They don't seem to be too hostile, but they are slowly walking towards the direction of the camp. Curious about the fire. What do you do?
How far away are they right now? You said about 20 feet?
20 yards, but they're probably like 18 yards now.
18 yards. Do I have any rocks near me? I like to pick up a rock and throw it, like, I don't know, 30 feet, like west of me or something like that. I'm not sure what direction
Yeah,
we're
sure,
supposed
like
to go.
to get their attention.
Yeah, away from us.
Yeah, sure. You easily find a big enough rock that you can toss it in the direction you desire, hearing it rumble over leaves and the dirt and some of the loose trees and stuff. The sound does alert the bears, and they kind of, not like quickly, but they slowly like look up with their big heads and their nice big fur coats, and they start slowly walking in that direction away from the camp.
I remain calm still. If I see them just kind of mosey on over.
They eventually move away from the camp.
Very cool, Kanye.
Very cool.
And he
The
sort of
rest of your
flutters
shift
by.
goes on unabated.
Sick. Guess it is
Crow.
Crow's time.
All right.
How do you wake Crow?
Oh, I just come tap him on the shoulder.
What is it?
You said you would relieve me of my duties.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I sit up and I begin putting on my armor, finishing with my shoulder pad, and I take seat at the log.
Okay. Make a perception check.
10-4. Does my 120 feet of dark vision help this out at all?
Roll with advantage.
There we go.
Excellent.
20 total.
Probably about 60 to 70 yards away. This is really far in the woods. You see two large figures walking away from the camp.
I can't
Look like
discern
brown
what they
bears.
are. Oh, okay. Look like brown bears. Brown bears. Walking away from the camp. How soon after me waking up was this?
About 15 minutes in.
15 minutes in. I look over at Sir Everard. Does he look asleep?
You can't really tell. He's kind of just like sitting up against a tree stump, not really moving.
I'm going to cast Gust at you. You awake?
You asked that?
Yeah, I say it quietly after gusting you. Are you awake?
Well, I guess I am now.
Oh, I'm sorry I woke you.
What is it that you need help with?
There's two bears leaving the camp. I was curious if you happen to have seen them prior.
Yes, they during my second shift, they moseyed about 20 yards away from our camp. I just threw a rock about 30 feet away and caught their attention, and they just started walking the other way. Didn't felt any need to have a scuffle with the wildlife.
I understand.
I like that Sir Everard used the word moseyed. He just moseyed on down and
Crow looks at you and he says, "Go ahead and go back to sleep. Sorry if I woke you."
It's all right. And you see him kind of go back into a resting position.
Mm-hmm. I continue sitting watch.
Okay. The rest of your watch goes peacefully as the night transitions to day. Okay, we're actually going to pick up on your shift, Hunter. So, we have not reached morning yet. As you sit by the fire, feeling its warm embrace against the cold of the night, you hear several sticks several yards away snap, crinkle. The sound is almost rhythmic. Snap, crunch, snap, crunch. A large shadow is obscured by the trees, but you are able to make out that a pack of brown bears have taken an interest in your camp.
We're back again.
I slowly stand up, draw my bow back, and I shout out, "Wake up! Everyone, get up right now, there are bears!"
The bears... So the bears are about 20 to 30 yards away. They're walking in the direction of your camp because of the fire. There's about... Well, you can make out about 3 of them. They aren't too large, but they aren't quite small either.
Is this the same bears that Sir Everard saw on his shift?
Yes.
They're back again?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it seems. 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. They are slowly walking towards you all, and they don't appear to be like... Actually, you know what? Make a survival check.
Can I make that too?
I'll tell you what. Do you want to make this before or after you call for everyone?
I mean, I would have.
I mean, for Hunter.
Anyway,
Um,
because I wasn't asleep.
we'll say before.
Okay. And Eli, you said you're not asleep, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sir Everard was also by your side.
But he doesn't know that. I'm acting like I'm asleep.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll a survival check before you call out to your compatriots.
9.
You don't like brown bears being anywhere near your camp. That's bad juju.
There's absolutely no brown bear.
So, yeah, I just wake everyone up then.
Okay.
Let me see what I roll. Hold on. What would you say, survival?
Yes, survival. Yeah, you can go ahead and make a roll. Warzag and Old Fay, you are awakened to sounds of Reynolds and Sir Everard moving amongst the camp.
Where's that?
Calling for you to wake up.
Wake up. Because he is a very heavy sleeper.
Okay.
You gotta
What?
think he'd be dancing all day, bro.
Who's
True.
waking me up? I need my beauty sleep.
There are bears, Miss Fig.
How far away are they?
How far away?
About 20 to 30 yards. Slowly closing in. That's 40 to 60
20,
feet.
I can barely see them.
That's
My
60
dark
to
vision
80
is 60
feet.
feet, so, okay.
I've seen these bears earlier. I was able to distract them. I threw a stone about 40 feet away. Maybe we could do the same again.
I would like to just fire my arrow in a wide direction.
I'll go ahead and
Kind of
switch.
to their left.
I'll go ahead and switch to Dandy as well, and Dandy will fly closer.
Okay.
She make a perception check.
Yeah, you can. Dandy sprouts from your, Dandy launches from your shoulder, propels herself up into the trees, trying to get an aerial view of the 3 bears. Reynolds, you pull your bow back, slinging an arrow into a random direction. The arrow through the trees, as you hear a hitting the side of a wooden surface.
Okay.
Bears. So, Dandy, with your perception roll, you see the bears notice the sudden shift in the air, and they begin to walk away. Camp.
Well, I would say, it seems they're turning around.
And their
We may have
pace is
spooked them.
quicker this time to leave.
Seem to be going pretty quick as well.
Don't believe my arrow caused that.
This
I don't
seems
pop
to be
off.
a-
I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah, go back to sleep. If they come back, I'll just shoot them. Something. I don't know. And I go to sit back down and whittle away at a stick with my knife.
Okay.
Making a steak. Actually, I'm going to make 3 steaks. And then that'll explain why I
Okay.
have them now.
And now you're gonna come with me.
Okay, very menacing.
Menace.
Now you're
Why can't you
coming.
check out what's going on here?
Gets eaten.
Yeah, gets eaten instantly. I wonder if he brought him back intentionally. Or I just forgot that he already used that encounter.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I feel like if we see them a third time, it might be intentional. Like if they come back as like druids or something.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Alobanga.
And would I have known whatever just happened? Since,
So I guess the question is, are you conscious or unconscious when you're resting?
I'm not resting at all. I'm conscious, but it looks like I'm asleep.
Hmm.
I literally just don't sleep.
You would have heard. Actually, make a perception check.
Well, do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You didn't hear who he was talking to, but Reynold was kind of whispering something to the tree behind him.
To the tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we talking to trees now.
We're talking to the Lorax.
They be cool and shit.
The conversation was rather short, though, and it didn't seem all that important.
Okay.
So, I think that concludes the night. Morning sun now rises against the trees, alerting you to day. Scene up. The fire sizzles in the middle of your camp. All of you are waking up now, or maybe not if you don't choose to. It's up to you. What do you all do?
I will stand.
Just gonna stand?
Look
Okay.
around.
Sort of stretch my old bones and. Oh, that was a lovely night of rest. I
I'm
trust the
going
bears
to-
didn't return.
I'm going to breathe now.
Well, I'll walk over to Reynold and be like, I take it the bears did not return.
They did not. Evidently, they were trying to pass through.
I figured we did not need to act so hastily. Seemed peaceful enough.
No, but never can be too careful with bears.
Did you say you saw them early in the night as well?
Yes. During my shift. But they didn't seem too hostile, so it wasn't a problem.
I agree. After all, we are the ones that are in their land. I'd hate for it to have turned nasty.
Is Celsius still with us?
Yeah, he's actually awaking right now. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Sleep well, dear?
Yeah, not too bad. Can't complain. Although I do wish I was back in my quarters.
You see Warzak digging through his ear and then eating whatever he finds in there.
Ugh.
Reuse, reduce, and recycle, am I right?
Nice. It's all fungus.
It's all fungus.
Did you travel on foot like this to get to us when you came to Castle Tuscany, Celsius?
No, I made a gamble. I teleported myself.
Oh,
But I can't do what Layla does. She can do multiple people at a time.
I see.
Not that quite level yet.
It's Celsius. Where will we end up through our day's journey? Where will be our resting point?
I think we have about... He pulls open his knapsack and brings out some couple notes. We should have about a day's more travel until we arrive in Holden. And then we can rest, recoup, and continue our march towards Ekron.
Sounds good.
I'm reading this right. 1 day, maybe a day and a half. Depends on how fast we get to it. Let's see, we are... He kind of scans around. He takes note of the general terrain of the area. This isn't in my notes. I mean, it's just a straight path. There's no way we could be lost.
You do not seem so confident.
What did you do, Celsius?
Okay, we're fine. It's just a straight road to Holden. Just follow the signs. Okay. Who's ready to march onward?
One moment, just one moment. May I take a look at those, Celsius?
Sure. He hands you the parchments, and they are, like, pretty detailed maps of the general, area between Veron and, Troit. So it has a lot of the routes and all the towns, spaced in between. With also some generic details about the terrain that one would pass through to go to these different towns and cities.
Does it seem like we're Gucci? Does it seem like we're on the right track?
Make an intelligence check.
Would I get it with advantage because I stayed up all night to get advantage on things pertaining to the Kingdom of Veron or the Kingdom of Zenithan?
Yes.
Splendid.
Which I think you already rolled.
I rolled 2 17s and I have a +5, so 22.
You were on the right path. And it's not too much longer until Holden, which is probably like, it's probably going to be a day's travel if you start now, but maybe even shorter, depending.
Celsius, dear, you have no reason to doubt yourself. I've looked over your notes, and it appears that we're the right way.
Oh.
Just as you said, one road to get to Holden.
Well, you've renewed my confidence. Thank you.
Every time, dear.
Okay, let me finish.
I do
Actually,
notice
is there a
that we
stream
could
nearby?
We could potentially get there even quicker than a day if we really huff to it.
I sure hope so. Is there a stream nearby? Has anyone seen? I like to wash off my hands.
Dandy will fly up in the air.
Okay, Danny, go ahead and flap the air and make a perception check.
If she's listening for a rustling river, would that be advantage? Because she has advantage on hearing things.
Yep, I agree.
This is
She
plus
can't
1.
see. She's a bat, right?
She can see, but only while she can hear, if that makes sense. Then 20.
Okay, about 35 yards to your southeast, you see a stream. Not too large, but not too shallow either. Has enough water that you could reasonably wash like your hands and maybe like clean up some of your belongings.
Sort of return to Old Fig, and Danny will fly back down, and just 35 yards this way, dear.
Oh, how useful!
Oh dear.
Great, thank you. Does anyone
I
else
do
need
need
to
help
wash
getting
their
around
things
from time
or
to
want to
time.
clean up before we leave?
I mean, I'm always good for a bath, yeah.
No takers, so I'm going to go ahead and go. Celsius trots off in the direction you pointed it to, and I guess you follow as well to clean up some things.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
My face, you know.
Celsius and Old Fig head towards the stream. What are the rest of you doing?
Warzag's gonna imbue his armor for the day
Okay.
to give him +1 AC, and then that's it.
Okay. Warzag, you sit into you. Would you be sitting like? Would you have slept on just the dirt, or like would you made a hole?
Wait, what do you mean?
When you were
like
sleeping?
sleep? I would have
Yeah.
dug like a small hole, like kind of.
Okay. You're chilling in your hole. You take your it's plate
something
armor,
a
right?
mushroom would be in. Yes.
Okay. You take your plate armor and start and begin to imbue it with your divine energy. As it glimmers, you feel it become sturdier.
As it glows with the power of Mook.
You've got a nice little like metal thing down to it.
Oh yeah.
Even sounds sturdier. Reynold, what about you?
I was gonna do like drills with Kib, like practicing, like firing while I'm like running up a tree, and he firing while like flying.
Awesome.
Quick drill.
Awesome. As you begin walking up the trees.
Yeah.
Sir Everard, Celsius and Old Fig are traveling to a small stream nearby. Would you care to join them if you need to clean up any material or not material, but like your equipment or anything like that?
I mean, I don't need to collect anything, but I'll go with them.
Sir Everard walks off to travel with him. You guys spend about another 20 minutes preparing for the day, and you finally make it to the road to set off. Let's go back to the world map. As you continue your walk down the path to Holden, head behind the massing of trees, you see glimpses of multiple armored individuals on horseback, traveling on the road in your direction. The Kingsman Guard. Except this time there is a soldier in a uniform you haven't seen before. This person looks almost like a walking fortress, fully clad in plate armor with an unusual looking shield with runic inscriptions along its circumference. One of you make a history check. Old Fig, you can roll with advantage. Sir Everard, you can roll with advantage.
I'd like to make one as well.
Can I also
Okay.
add a superior die?
You could if you wanted
I
to.
won't make one. It doesn't make sense.
I will most certainly.
23.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Let me roll my superior die.
KH.
You have advantage, Sir Everard.
I rolled advantage.
Oh.
I think.
No.
KH?
Did you?
Keep highest? Isn't that what that means?
Is it?
I opened it up, it
Try it
didn't
again.
roll the 2.
Yeah, you only rolled one. Sheesh.
Oh, 14 for Wozeg.
Okay. So it's 14 for Warzag. That's how much for Old Fig?
23.
Okay. And Serverod, how much for you?
I only got like a freaking 12.
Well, that's all you needed. This person is known as the Rook, a heavily fortified soldier that moves at a slower pace than the rest. What they lack in speed, they make up for in pure defense. These units are highly effective at brushing off strong attacks and even some spell magic.
He can only move in a straight line.
I would like to immediately shoot an arrow at his horse's eye.
That is not
Now,
necessary.
let me make the situation a little bit better. It's not just the Rook, there's also 3 other guards around him.
Right.
Okay, you want to engage combat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think we can take them. And plus, they're on horseback. They're gonna outrun us if we try to run.
Okay, now Krell's not going to be here.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
not going to
Yeah,
play him.
Krell's hungover because he's been drinking.
Yeah.
Remember last game he was kind of like he was drinking, so he's still
Okay.
hungover from the day before.
I don't have a... We're going to use a map from before, which should serve as a battle map. I'll be honest, I didn't think you guys would take this fight.
Oh, what? Really? You're gonna
Yeah.
describe a cool boss, kind of? Like a cool new soldier that we can fight, and we're not... You didn't think we were gonna fight it?
Is our sworn oath as members
Oh, I
of the
think this
Obsidian
dude's gonna
Flame.
kick our ass.
Yeah.
I just don't think we should run because they're on horseback and they're gonna outpace us.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to ignore the bottom of that map.
Are they crisscrossing us in the road, or are they like coming up behind us?
They're coming towards you. Like, they're coming from Holden.
Celsius is here with us, right? He'll be there with the
Yes,
fight.
yes. He's actually going to take his... So, before... As soon as you guys see the Kingsman Guard, Celsius is going to say, listen, we can't afford this fight right now. We must hide. Think for a second. They're coming from Holden or wherever to Veron. They're expecting him in Veron. If we get caught, or if they go missing, that's more attention to us. So please listen.
He's right. And I get in the wood line with him.
Where Zeg also jumps into the wood line.
Okay. Very cool, very cool. You all are sufficiently far away enough now, because they were like a football field away from you. You are sufficiently far away where you don't require a stealth check.
It's not like any of us are fugitives except for Celsius, so even if they did see us, like...
That's a good point, Eli. I mean, we're actually heroes of the city of Veron still.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
either.
Like, they wouldn't really care for you. They do care for Celsius. How Celsius is kind of like putting his hood up over his head now.
I had a good
Very cool.
plan for fighting those dudes. I was gonna try to take out
Yeah.
one of the horses, so one of the guys had to like run and shit, and it would give him some
I'm not
time.
trying to railroad you. I'm just trying to say that like, this is how Celsius would react.
Okay.
Listen, they don't know you yet, but they know me. They can't see my face.
It might be in the window.
Trust me, I want to take him out as much as you do, but let's just be patient. The Rook and the 3 pawns walk by. The Rook is probably standing 7 to 8 feet tall, and the armor looks almost insane.
Do you have a picture?
Yeah, he's on the map.
Oh.
The Rook and the guards walk by, step by step, and they don't notice you.
Danny will sort of follow them for another 100 feet, and then once they're clearly out of sight,
And they march offwards towards Veron.
all right, I think they're gone.
Shit, that was close. That was the Rook. They're sending the Rook. Gee.
What would be his? We fought a couple of the knights. A rook? Not a rook.
You fought a single knight and some pawns.
A knight and some pawns. What is the ranking of the?
Make an intelligence check.
I'm asking
Trevor, you
Celsius.
can make a history check.
I'm asking.
Oh,
I'm
you're
asking
asking
Celsius.
Celsius. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
My fault.
I could, I mean, I'll just wait if Celsius wants to answer it, but if not, I can use a history.
So they rank the guard similar to a game of chess. Pawns being the indisposable, or the disposable ones. Then the knights, who are quick and fierce. The rooks, who are slow and heavily fortified but can cause real damage. The bishop. Then the queen. than the king. The only one who lies above the king is Luxius himself. I haven't seen a king or a queen, but I've seen several bishops, and they are severely nasty.
But
Yeah, he wouldn't say that. They are
there are more than
a severe
one
threat.
there are more than one of each of the king and queen.
I don't know. I've never seen them. I've only heard them in word or in stories. That is how they officially structure their military. But I guess you could say the king and the queen are akin to a general or a commander.
It'd be confusing if there actually was a king of area. Then it's like, oh, which king are you talking about? But
Yeah, you're telling me. Either way, it all needs to come down. But let's continue on. Hopefully that's the only one that we come across.
yeah, let's get going.
You guys continue on your journey. The day falls again, and night
Sorry, real
greets
quick.
you
We
once
had a
more.
cart, did we not?
You have a cart.
So we just pulled the cart into the trees.
Yeah, for brevity's sake, there was sufficient clearing for a cart. You're not in so don't take this map as as what it really is. There's light trees around your area. The Zenithans as a whole was more like a plains, with forests kind of scattered throughout. Forests do line the roads from Veron to Holden, but you were in a spot where it's more open-ended. You guys find a spot off the side of the road once more and make your camp. Celestis settles down by the camp. Well, I thought we'd make it sooner, but we shouldn't have too much longer. We'll probably be there by tomorrow afternoon.
While we were traveling, probably 6 or 10 minutes out, when we were just left those people, I have cast clairvoyance on them to hear what they were saying, if they were saying anything.
They were not saying anything at the time.
But I will have spent the spell slot.
Ooh. That was close earlier today.
Reynolds, I saw you readying your bow. That would have been, wild.
Well, I figured them being on horseback, if they knew where we were, they would outrun us, so.
I appreciate your initiative, but I am glad you did not fire that arrow. Thank you for heeding my words.
Certainly he couldn't have been stronger than Vargas.
No. In truth, I wasn't
Right,
going to shoot
Vargas.
for him. I was going to try to get his horse. It's too much plate for a bow. I'm going to
Oh, well.
sit down and rest now. Sleep.
Yeah, this walking's killing my feet. Well, if anyone wants to play no one's dice, I'd be fine. But if not, I'm gonna head straight to bed.
Warzag's already snoring.
Razag is out. Actually, everyone who's awake right now, make a perception check.
That would be one more for Dandy. Roll. Yes, okay, so Dandy got 2 7s. Fig got an 8, so 2 8s for Dandy and a 10 for Old Fig.
Okay. Reynolds, are you not gonna roll?
I was going to sleep.
Okay, you're gonna go to sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir Everard and Old Fig, you hear mumbling from Warzag's bag.
I'll sneak over there and I'll be stealthy so I don't wake him.
Okay. You tiptoe over behind Warzag to his bag, where you see it moving, kind of like jeering back and forth with the sounds of muffled voice. It
I
seems
assume that-
Scaramucci has something to say.
I'd assume it was Scaramucci. I'll pull him out, I'll go, shh, and I'll sneak back over to the campfire. Make the
Hey,
campfire.
babe, I've been stuck in this bag for God knows how long. Give me a break.
Press to digitate the flames of the fire black, just for fun.
Oh, okay.
You would have seen Sir Everard kind of be struck back, and he's just, by the gods, what is that?
Still Cease asleep.
Yeah, he would have went to bed.
Can we help you, Mr. Scaramucci?
Yeah, you can help me by getting me out of this bag. Did you already take him out of the bag?
Yeah, I tiptoed, I shed him, and then I went over to the campfire, and I'm with Sir Everett now.
Yeah. Yeah, how about you talk to me, babe? I've been dying to have some meaningful conversation.
Well, I've always been called quite the conversationalist.
You don't know what it's like being stuck in that bag, babe.
I'm sure it's very boring.
In all of my
Well-
days, I've never seen something like this talking head. What is this?
Who's this statue? Well, you just pick up anyone off the street, babe?
I think you might have met each other after we saved when we teleported back after saving Leola.
Where's Zag introduced them?
Yeah, I believe they did.
Oh,
Did they?
yeah, I guess you're right,
Oh,
babe.
yes.
Oh, then
It would have been the same night that we teleported back.
disregard his recoil to Scaramucci's existence.
Well, that's the price you pay when you work for people like the Collector. Nothing to say,
No, it
Scaramucci?
wasn't that bad of a gig.
How bad is it now?
I mean, come on, how was I supposed to expect this, huh?
I'm stronger,
Anyway.
I suppose. What are you going to say?
Speaking
Yes,
of the
please.
Collector, I think I've said this before, but he's not going to stop with just me. If he knows you're still alive, in which he probably will find out one way or the other, babe. Let's be honest. He's going to send even bigger predators after you.
Yes, you said that you had 3 brothers, right?
Something of the sort, yeah.
Biological, obviously, with your little self.
All much quicker and much keener than I.
I certainly hope so. You were not much of a challenge.
Warzag wants
Okay.
to collect them all.
Okay, don't rub it in, babe.
Warzog's bag of talking heads.
I may have been reduced to a metalhead, but I still have feelings, babe.
Yes, I understand that. We all do. But all you wanted to say that you...
You know, I was doing some thinking, and
Oh, no.
hey, you be nice.
We've had a hard day's ride. I'm just trying to have a little light fun. I apologize if I hurt your feelings, dear.
Anyways, been doing some thinking. What the Collector told me, this was just a simple cleanup job. Kill a couple of vagabonds, living in some castle, and I get my pay. But for what I'm gathering, what's going on in this little party, you might be more important to him than he even thinks.
Yes.
So, I want to make a deal with you all. An agreement of sorts. I'll help you get information on the Collector if you can restore my body. No tricks,
well,
no double crossings,
I'd have to
no
speak with the
backstabs,
group.
guaranteed.
have
Scaramucci
to-
approval, babe.
I'd have to speak to the group. I won't make this decision on my own. However, if it's coming from me, it's a hard no, dear.
Oh, just shut me down that quickly, babe. You're killing me here.
Yeah. I don't know. You're not dead.
Yeah, well, figuratively, yeah.
What'd
Listen,
you
I'm
do?
just saying
You
the
would go
options
back
on the
to him
table.
and pretend to work for him?
Oh no, I failed. If I didn't return, he knows. But I know some of his people.
What do you know about this shard? Do you know anything of this shard that he has? This, I believe, amethyst shard?
Don't know anything about the Shardo, babo. Like I said, I was kept in the dark.
Well, you're even more kept in the dark now, inside of Warzog's bag.
You know what? Just put me back in the bag. I'm tired of this.
All right, dear. I'll let everyone know that you had something to say, and I'm sure that Warzog will likely shut your mouth for a while. Well, weld it closed or something.
I don't like the implication of that.
Well, that's... Just keep your promise that you won't make noise when you're not supposed to make noise when we're around people.
Yeah. Just stuffing me in the bag already.
Okay? tiptoe back over. You didn't have anything to say, Sir Everard, did you?
Oh, I am indifferent about that talking head.
Excellent, excellent. And then I'll...
Hey, Mr. Blue Eyes. I'm watching you.
Warzog is sleeping.
Never. And you see Scarabeechi's eyes kind of roll back into his head as his robotic eyelids close.
Sir Everard, I don't believe we should trust this little thing.
I certainly would not.
Okay, I just was hoping... I was doing a lot of speaking, and I just wanted to make sure we were somewhat on the same page. I would... With Warzog, I know Warzog would like to collect them all. So I don't think Warzog would be for letting this one go, because then he wouldn't have them all.
I agree.
We'll ask them in the morning, I think.
Like trading
Agreed.
cards. Hey, I got one Scarabeechi. Do you have one brother?
I got one brother that is sharper and more keen.
Oh, man. Okay. Do you guys establish a watch order?
I can do the first shift.
Okay.
Herzag does not wake up for watch.
Okay.
I'd be willing to take a shift. I knew it was told... They told me last night that I wouldn't need to. So...
Okay.
I don't
Actually, for the sake of time, you all pass through this night without any interruption. You awaken to the next morning, eager to get to Holden. You are not much farther away.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
My importance. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to use that nat 1 I had.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, well, it's the name of the game.
Yeah. You all prepare and gather your things. Celsius pulls out his parchment, confirming that you are indeed within half a day's travel of Holden. You continue on the dirt road. As you approach another sign that says, "Welcome to Holden." The trees begin to open up and reveal several homesteads and dirt paths that lead to other smaller neighborhoods. Let me bring you the map.
While we travel, I would bring up to Warzog and Reynolds the conversation I had with Scarabeechi.
Okay.
Reynolds,
Yes.
last night after you both went to bed, the three of you, yeah, I guess even Celsius, you can pop your head into this conversation if you like as well.
Oh.
I spoke with Scarabeechi. He was sort of rattling around in that bag. He said that he would become a spy for us on the Collector if we were to give him his body back. Which I was not a fan of, I will say. I discussed it with Sir Everard as well, and neither of us seemed to trust him entirely. I just wanted to get your opinions.
Oh, I would never trust a rat like that.
Excellent. I'm glad. Yes, I told him that...
As a head. A toy. For Warzag.
Yes. And then Warzog can collect them all.
A double-crossing spy. Can't say I like the idea of it either. But, on the other hand, information on the Collector would be nice. I mean, assuming you all want to deal with him. I don't know how much of a threat he is to our operation, but...
So I told him I would check in with all of you, but I gave him a hard no from me.
Okay, well...
If we were to vote, I think my vote would be a hard no.
I do appreciate that offer.
I'll have to talk to Warzog about
not offer, but
welding
your
his mouth
thought.
shut.
That would be quite funny. Is whether all traveling with a robotic person thing? What would you even call that? Does he even have a soul?
I'm unsure.
If he has a personality, he probably has a soul.
That's a fair point. Anyway, looks like we're finally here. So, like I said, the trees begin to open up and reveal several homesteads and dirt paths that lead to other smaller neighborhoods. You have now entered the town of Holden.
Is the Horn and Thistle Inn a franchise?
You'll find out. As you walk in, a path to your right seems to go up towards a hill with a house bellowing smoke from its chimney. Straight ahead, you can see the town center with several stands open for business. A moderately sized windmill provides a good landmark for the town center, and you can see some light foot traffic coming in and out of the tavern across from it. Oh, this one also happens to be called the Horn and Thistle Inn. The townsfolk are out and about, some heading to the farmhouse behind the windmill, and some lingering near the town center. The density is nowhere near as intense as it was in Veron, which helps you feel like there is more room to breathe around here. The sun is high in the sky, and you can see a news board pinned to the gazebo in the center of town. What would you all like to do?
I suppose ask Celsius. Do you have a plan, Celsius?
Well, I wouldn't mind staying in town for a night and sleep in an actual inn. Take a break from all this campfire business. Tell you what, we'll stay here for the night and then move on.
We're in the town square right now.
Oh yeah, you all have walked to the town square. You are in front of the gazebo, and on the gazebo, like I said, there is a board with several parchments on it, all attached to by like a cheap knife.
Yeah.
To the left of the gazebo, you see a smithy, and in front of that smithy, you see the inn. To the right, you have the windmill with the farmhouse behind it, and just several houses that kind of fill in the spaces in between.
I'll go ahead and read the board.
Okay, you and Celsius approach the board. Celsius begins looking up, and you both see
I cast just a quick minor illusion on Celsius's face.
So what prompts you to do so?
With the fact that he's Celsius, wanted man of Veron, and we just walked into a town.
1 second. Let me...
I'm assuming he had his hood up, but I'll go ahead and just
Okay, so if you guys go into the contracts of the journals tab, you can find what you see. There are 3 things that really stick out. The first one being a wanted poster. It says, "Wanted, Celsius. A sorcerer by the name of Celsius has recently escaped the Kingsman Guard. All citizens should be keeping a watchful eye on new patrons. If you see this man or know of his whereabouts, please make contact with Jeremiah Holden immediately. Reward, 1,000 GP from the guard." And a rough sketch of his face.
Yeah, so before that, I would have, like I said, I would have cast that as we were coming into the town.
Okay, so as you cast it, Celsius is like, "Oh, Fig, what do you... Oh.
Just...
I see. Damn it, even here."
Damn it, even here? Oh, it's only a minute. Oh, no. Alright, well. Suppose every minute I'll recast it. I'll recast it every minute.
He puts his hood over his head to try and, help hide his face.
Definitely. Because I don't think it would be a good representation, but enough to... Then I'll lean and whisper to him. So if it was higher than 1,000 gold pieces, you might be in some danger.
Don't remind me. Glad you're the ones I'm traveling with. Anyway, shit, that complicates things.
Krill just might. What's the next one say?
Yeah, thank God Krill isn't here.
Bump in the night. It appears this one here, Reynolds, might be right up our alley. Sorry. Strange noises from my home. Past couple nights, I've been hearing noises all around my home. You can find me at the Horn and Thistle Inn. That's where we're going. Yeah. The other one, they're looking for an expert in botany, which
I know nothing of that.
I've grown my share of flowers. It looks nothing too difficult, but if we were to take up a contract, I think we'd. And you see the Horn and Thistle Inn? It seems like it's a franchise.
I've noticed that. I know the real owner is.
My guess would be a relative, honestly. Good to guess.
Celsius chimes in. What else do you have there?
Well, we've read through these things, and it appears that one of them is someone who needs help with their gardening, which I don't think is... It might be up my alley to some degree, but I don't know that the others would have much fun with it. The other is interesting, that we do seem to have an interest in. The bump in the night. If someone is hearing bumps in the night in their home.
He reads over the contracts you mentioned while listening to you. Oh, he's looking for a botanist. Okay. Whatever. And then the bump in the night, that was the one you were interested in?
think so. I mean, taking a look at it, I think Celsius, you might want to hide out in the Thorn and Thistle Inn for a day or so.
Yeah. Well, I was also thinking maybe I should be out and not sell in one location.
Hold on, and I'll recast the minor image, the minor illusion. It's every minute.
Good catch. What I'm saying is, if I'm out away in wherever, it's less exposure to the center. The city center, that is, or the town center.
I think the best part of that one is that they are currently staying in the Horn and Thistle Inn, which is where we are going.
Oh, damn it. Okay, fine, we'll go in. Just make sure that disguise holds up.
My old friend, my new friend, Andrea, she owns the Horn and Thistle Inn back at,
Andrea. Okay.
That's who I went off to meet before our, attack on the...
Oh, that's right. That's right, I remember. So this must be a franchise.
That's what I've been saying, dear. I was thinking, Reynolds asked me, and I think that it may be a family member.
A wise conclusion. Well, shall we go find out?
There's only one way to find out.
Agreed. Damn, that shit looks like a franchise. That's what I'm saying. You all break away from the gazebo and head towards the Horn Thistle Inn.
Celsius, go ahead and find a safe spot to stay in the cart. You had previously said it had 4 sides and 4 walls. So go ahead and just stay in the cart for now.
Okay, fine. I'll stay in there.
Thank you. I know it's not pleasurable, but you are sort of.
I'm going to lie down in the cart and hope no one sees me. Or takes interest in your cart and steals it. That would be very unfortunate.
Well, you can stop them.
I will tell Kib to also stay in the cart.
Oh, a companion. How lovely.
And
your dog thing.
Krell can stay with you as well.
Oh, and lovely. Krell. Good guy. Definitely makes me comfortable. Okay.
Give you a copper if you invite him.
This place that we're going is a big place.
You guys are walking into the Horn Thistle Tavern.
Horn and Thistle Tavern. I mean, like, not the Horn and Thistle Tavern. I mean, like, the city that we're traveling to.
Oh, you most of this description. Yeah, you've already arrived. It's a smaller town. Nowhere near the size of Iran. Definitely more like ranch style. Small community like.
Would there be a smithy nearby?
There is. There's one right across the street.
Okay, I'd like to head over there.
The cart is staying in front of the Horn Thistle Tavern, which does attract a lot of eyes, considering how prestigious the cart looks. This Borzak, you head to the smithy across the street, and the rest of you heading towards the Horn Thistle Inn.
I would grab Warzog for just a moment. I know, I'm so sorry. I would grab Warzog for just a moment, and I would say, we had, while you were away, we had discussed the encounter with Scaramucci. So I would say, perhaps closing his mouth semi-permanently for a while would be beneficial while you're forging.
Oh, for like today?
Yes, if you could perhaps just mouth closed.
Why do that?
Well, he was telling us that he wanted to get his body back and off and all that. I just worry that he may start screaming in a good time for him to start screaming.
Scaramucci know that if he scream, his head gets ripped in half. So
trust your call entirely.
Scaramucci, my buddy, I think. Now, we'll wait and see, find out. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Alright, and I just walk out the door.
Based.
Dancing.
Okay, we'll start with the Horn Thistle Inn crowd first. Okay. From the exterior, this place looks kind of similar to the one you mentioned or you saw in Veron. Doesn't look as kept up, but still roughly the same. You walk in through its 2 wooden doors to a scene similar to the one in Veron. Except this time behind the bar, it's a tiefling man.
Approaching.
Hello. Welcome. Come in. Take a seat anywhere you'd like. There are other patrons sitting amongst you. The tavern's pretty. It's not packed to its fullest, but it's definitely populated.
Time of day is it?
Time of day, it's probably like 2 or 3 o'clock. It's about high noon from when you arrive. We got drinks, we got food,
Rooms?
anything to help you all. Yes.
A bottle
Let
of
me
wine.
see the availability. I feel like my accent shifts so wildly when I try and do voices.
Stick with a. I think like a good habit to get into is having a specific race speak a specific way.
Yeah. I'm trying to go with the almost Russian-esque with Tiefling for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean that's good. Like just for every tiefling now, speaking a Russian accent.
Yeah. Sorry, did someone say something to him?
So, rooms. You were going to look at about the rooms, dear.
Ah, yes. Let me browse my itinerary.
We will need perhaps as many as 6 or 7.
6 or 7?
Maybe 5 or
Jeez
6.
Louise.
I'd have to do the math real quick.
We're going to be on the map. Let's see, we do have 4 rooms currently available for the night.
Right.
Other
We
2
could
are
definitely-
occupied.
We could definitely make that work. Said 4 total.
Correct, yes.
Okay. Well, I'll take one for myself. Would we put our friend in a room by himself, or just split the other 3 amongst yourselves?
Are you posing the question to the bartender or to everyone else?
Everyone else, yes. I'll take one of them. How much is one room?
2 gold a night.
2 gold.
I'll do
Thank
you.
I'll, I'll drop 2 gold as well.
That's for your room, that's for your room. Anyone else care to take a room?
I'll drop 2 gold.
You and the Ironclad, okay. 2 gold. Alright, that is. If I'm accounting for 3 rooms right now, there's still 1 more available.
I'll throw another 2 out. Yeah, we'll take the other one. We'll take the 3rd one. We just don't know how we're splitting up just yet. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll throw 4 down for
Fair
mine
enough.
and the other one.
Thank you very much.
How many beds are total in that those 3 rooms?
2 bed per room.
Beds per room. All right. I think that'll be all right. And Gib and Warzog may not need a bed.
Da.
We
This
can
inn is
split
built
everyone else
for
up.
to accommodate travelers.
Yeah, we can split everyone else up accordingly when it's time. Works.
Good. Now, since you so kindly offered to private the room, I'll provide you with a free drink. Just the way we do it around here.
Have a goat's milk.
Goat's milk. Okay, 1 goat's milk. Anything else?
I'll take a glass of red wine.
Red wine. Good choice. And for you, my iron-scaled friend. As he looks to his reverend.
I'm all good. I appreciate it though.
Okay. Red wine and goat's milk coming right up. So, tell me about yourselves. What brings you to this small town of Holden? Well, not every day we see people strolling up in a cart like that.
Oh, well.
It's not the Kingsman Guard.
We are simply traveling. We've just come
As
from...
most travelers do. Good point.
Oh, you're funny. We've come from Veron. We actually stayed at the other Horn and Thistle Inn there with Andrea.
I see you met my sister.
Excellent.
My
I was
younger
wondering
sister,
about that.
Andrea.
I see the family resemblance.
Thank you. This person. So, this is another red tiefling. Longer hair. Definitely looks older than Andrea. He probably looks like he's in his late 20s, early 30s. Sorry, I get to introduce myself. My name is Marcus Akamon.
So I got rather close to your sister while we were in Veron. Helped her out a bit of trouble with her
Yeah,
daughter.
she's quite the charmer. Haven't talked to her in a while though. How is she doing?
Pretty well. Her daughter has recently gone to pursue certain ventures.
Theo.
She's left the nest.
Theo. Good for her.
So I think that actually now would be a good time for you to contact her. Pay her a visit if you can. think it would really help her.
To Andrea or to Theo?
Andrea, dear.
Ah.
Having just had her daughter leave the nest.
I just open as much as I can to get business these days. Not very much business in a small town like Holden. But I could pay her a visit maybe one day this month.
Even a letter would do nicely, I think. If you mention, that we stopped in.
Good point. Well, I'm glad you make note of that. Andrew's a good woman. But tell me more about you yourselves. See, being the barkeeper of this lonesome tavern, I'm more interested in the stories people tell. Look at the people around you. All delighting in their own conversation, things they do, things they believe. What is it that you all do? What do you all believe?
You're interested in a story? Well, boy, do I have a story for you.
Let's hear it. That's what I'm here for.
We all met when we were patrons at the Vivian Beaumont Theatre.
Oh, the Vivian Beaumont. I've yet to go.
Yes, our friend Warzog, who's across the street, he was doing a wonderful, wonderful dance. And then finally, Caesar Kingsman gets up there. He's doing his thing. Then all of a sudden, behind him, a masked man appears. A masked man with checking my notes, it is an emerald on his forehead. Comes up, appears from nowhere. Stabs him?
It breaks his neck.
Breaks his neck, disappears, sets off beasts, flying imps into the seats. Had to fight them off.
The way you're describing this makes it sound like you were there.
I just said we were there.
Wow.
How we all met. We had to fight
during the attack.
We saved the town. We are known as the heroes of Veron.
The heroes of Vermont. Yeah,
Veron. The Vivian Beaumont in Veron. Yes.
The heroes of Veron, this very tavern, because to celebrate. Tell you what, we'll make sure there's a big party tonight, just in your honor.
Oh, that's a bit much.
You hear that, everyone? So the people looked at you coming in, but didn't really pay much mind because there are similar, other races amongst you. Like, he's a tiefling, you see several humans. There's even one elf, and then there's also one other, half-orc. As Marcus kind of elevates the pitch in the room, he gathers their attention to proclaim tonight to be a celebration. Tonight we host the heroes of Veron, a very special occasion. Tell your friends, tell your family, drinks are on the house tonight.
I also noticed on
we
the
will
front
relish
board.
in their stories of how they fended off the encounter. The rest of the people kind of look at Marcus. They aren't as enthused as Marcus is. Marcus is kind of leading the cheer in the room right now, and Marcus goes, we'll work on it."
Yes, I think it's for the best. Much of our party are not too chatty with strangers. You know how it might be.
Fair enough.
Some of them do prefer to keep their privacy as well. So,
lots of stuff going on in Veron these days. I've been hearing very strange things. Attack on the theater for one. Even the man Celsius getting free. That's crazy.
I heard that.
Even the fire in the middle of the street, burning the two women. That's also crazy.
I heard Luxius is even on his way there now.
He passed through yesterday. Or no, when was it yesterday? It was 2 days ago. I don't remember. I was really paying attention.
Yes. Did he stay here?
No. God, no.
We were also looking for. We looked at the job board. We heard about a man that was staying here because he was experiencing strange noises from his home.
Oh, so the woman hears you speak up about the contract from a table.
It's a woman.
Yeah. Oh, did you see my post on the board?
Yes, dear. And I think it may be just up our alley.
This woman, she's definitely older. She's a human. She's dressed in kind of like a oh my god, what's the word for it? What are those things that old women wear? That's kind of like a big blanket.
Moo moo.
Yes, one of those. I'm glad you know that. She steps up from her table and walks towards you, old fig. Yes, hi. Thank you for taking notice of that contract. My name is Miss Davison. Pleasure to meet you. She extends her hand.
I sort of, simply hold out my weak old little old lady hand.
Looks like you two have much in common. Yeah, so let me tell you more about the contract.
I'm going to go to Warzog before we do that.
Yes, actually, let's go back to Warzag. So, Warzag, you walk over to the smithy, and you see a sign over the door that says Hanad's Smithy. The door is propped open, and the forge is outside, and it is lit, but the door is propped open. I assume you walk in.
I walk in.
Okay. You push the door and are met with a variety of swords, daggers, couple of maces, a longsword or two, some small armors, but they're nothing really too impressive. They all seem rather basic in nature.
Okay. Like mass-produced weapons.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
You see a dwarf behind a counter who seems to be fooling with a certain piece of metal, trying to hammer off some of the edges of it. He doesn't really pay you attention until you walk about 5 feet away from him.
Dwarves don't have a problem with orcs, do they? In your universe?
No.
Okay.
No. He finally notices your looming presence and also the stench. He's like, "By God, what? Oh, hello there. How can I help you?"
Hello. I was wondering, would you mind if I used your smelter and your forge here in a little bit? I need to go stop by the market and pick up a few things, but...
What kind of job you doing?
I was gonna melt down some chainmail and then use that steel to make a sword.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Me too. You can accompany me if you want.
You're just gonna go to the store, or?
I got some spare chain lying around here that I need to use up, so...
Oh, okay. Just let me go stop by the general store real quick to go see if I got some things I want.
Oh yeah, the
right back.
Wheeler's store is just down the road to your right if you go past the windmill. You should be able to find him no trouble.
Okay.
But yeah, go do your thing and come back and we'll cook some metal. Sounds good.
That sounds good to me. And Warzag walks out and heads towards the general goods store.
Okay. You walk past the gazebo to the right of the town, or to the east side.
Mm-hmm.
And you do encounter a sort of bigger building, and it's on tile. It says Wheeler's General Goods.
Okay, I walk in.
Okay. You walk in, and the situation in the room is a lot cleaner than it was in the smithy.
Okay.
You have nice, organized rows of materials and things that generally accompany a good store. You don't see anyone in the room, but you hear commotion in the back room.
Is there like a bell or something?
There is actually.
I pound the bell like 15 times.
Ding 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 ding.
Well,
Oh, what? And then an elfin man comes from behind the back room and says, "Oh, a guest, I see. And how can I help you in your ringing?"
As I look around the store, what like, I'm assuming general goods meaning like dried foods and shit like that. Is that...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was wondering, would you happen to have any, like maybe some candle carrier things? What is those things called? They carry candles.
Oh, it's in my tongue.
Looking for some of them, and then I'm looking for some leather and some black dye.
Candlesticks.
Is that what they are? Like the metal ones? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the candlesticks, I think.
Is that what they're called? I don't know.
I think you're right. There was like a real name for it. I can't remember what it was. We'll just call them candle holders for
I'm
now.
going to have to call it.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna call it Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay,
to work in the
that's
morning.
fine. Working boy. Well, thanks for playing. Hope you enjoyed it.
I'm glad I got a decent chunk this time of playing.
Yeah, we got some good time together.
Decent happy. Alright. Good night, gentlemen.
All right, good night, Buster. Oh yes, candlesticks. What else?
I'm looking for some black dye or something that I can stain something with that's black, and then maybe some nails and some leather.
Okay, you see him kind of like scribbling down a list. So candlesticks, black dye. Say Weber or
Leather.
leather.
Just like a sheet of leather, or like some animal fur or something.
He scribbles down all your components, quote unquote. And okay, give me a moment to go around and collect, and your total should be about 5 gold.
What metal is the candlestick made out of?
We made out of iron.
Iron? Okay. That works.
Okay.
Then I'll buy it all for 5 gold.
Okay, how many were you looking for each component?
The leather, I'd like to buy, like, enough to make, say, like, 2 suits of leather armor. I'm not making leather armor, I'm just saying, like, that much worth. Like, a lot.
Okay. We'll say you get about 10 scraps of leather,
Okay.
and then 2 candlesticks. And what were other components? I keep forgetting, sorry.
So, the candlesticks, the leather, black dye, and some screws.
Okay, make note of this somewhere in D&D Beyond, or...
I'm doing it right now.
Okay, yeah, put the numbers you want in there, and that'll be it.
I will. And how much gold for all that?
5 gold, please.
Okay. I'll give him 5 gold.
Heroes like that, I assume you're a smithy, or you're not?
In a sort, I like working with the metals and making things. For Mork.
He's still gathering the components from across, like, around the store. It's like, you'd be good friends with Teddy. He's the owner of the smithy, across the street.
Oh, Teddy, eh?
Yeah, not very many people around here choose to engage in smithy work, but he's decent at it. Not the best, but not the worst. I'm sure they appreciate a friend to reminisce about metal with.
Yeah.
And 10 pieces of leather. Okay, here you go. You walk back out of the general goods store and head back to the smithy. You see Teddy by the smithy. He's already got his, like, several chain pieces ready and lined up, and he's making final preparations to begin the cook.
Okay. I go in there and I pull out the old set of chainmail that Eli gave me whenever I gave him plate armor.
Okay.
And try it, and I begin melting it down into ingots.
Okay. Hi, you're back. Welcome. Oh,
Oi.
I see you got the chain. Very good, very good.
He said, I also got some other things I'm going to be doing while I'm making this sword, I think. Do I remember how long we planned on staying in this town for?
At most a night.
At most a night. Okay, I can get the most of it done and then do the rest somewhere.
Tell you what, you go ahead and use the forge first. I still have some prep work to do over here.
Okay.
I think the metal nice and soft just helps them melt better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. From, like, looking at this dude's work, could I assume that he's, like, a really good smith, or is he just, like, an average smith who, like...
Make an intelligence check. With advantage because you're also a smithy.
6.
You You don't know if what he has in his stock is just from what he's bought or from what he's made. You haven't seen his ability yet, so you don't really know.
I got you.
You probably assume he's at least good.
Okay.
Me personally, I like to get him to a nice... I'll wait till they get to a nice orange glow. So, tell me about yourself. What brings you to Holden?
I really don't know what brings me to Holden. I'm traveling with some people. I think I work for them. And, yeah, that's about it.
You seem very carefree. You might be a dwarf.
Dwarf. You little stunty guys.
I simply joke. Orcs do make some good weaponsmiths.
I try to assist him as much as I can in what he's doing.
Okay.
While also doing my thing.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me a... Do you have, like, the smithy toolkit?
I do. And I am
make
proficient in
a
it.
check with that with advantage because he's helping you.
Okay.
And what's your final product you're trying to make?
I'm trying to make a longsword.
Okay. Excellent.
So 14 plus my proficiency, which is 3, so 17. I'm in the top bracket.
Okay, awesome. The hours go by as you and Teddy work on your craft. You were able to create one longsword that has a +1 to attack rolls.
Check.
Attack rolls only.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if you have it in your D&D inventory or D&D Beyond inventory already, but I think I gave you a whetstone from one of the first fights, and that helps sharpen your blade. That gives you further effects. Yeah, +1 damage. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I have that, I would fucking use it every time I crafted a sword. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha. So you have a +1 to attack roll and damage on that sword.
Okay. So just in reality, a +1 sword.
Yeah,
Like a
+1
real
straight.
+1 sword. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I removed the chainmail from my inventory.
And you help Teddy create some, what you assume to be some type of like plate armor, but it doesn't look that good. You kind of realize that Teddy isn't really best.
Okay.
I mean, the structure is fine, but the overall how it
actual
looks,
Product,
yeah,
how it
doesn't look
looks,
too appealing.
Some spots are thicker than other spots. Like
Yes,
there's weak
exactly.
points in armor and shit. I gotcha.
Okay, let's go back to the inn with Old Fig and Miss Davidson.
Yes, please,
Yes,
tell me all about it.
There's been a ruckus in my kitchen the last several nights, and I can't figure out just why.
When you say
I was
ruckus,
hoping-
do you mean of like a tip
Oh,
tip
like-
tapping, or like a
pots and pans getting moved, my drawers making loud noises. Either I'm going crazy, or there's something in my house. I've been sleeping here the last 2 nights just to get some peace.
Do not seem crazy to me.
Thank you. That's really kind these days. Everyone always wants to blame the old woman who lives by herself up top of the hill.
I suppose, I mean, how would we get in? Do you have a key that we could use? And I suppose we'll just stake it out tonight and... What
Yes,
happened?
let me come with you. Let me come with you. Are you ready right now?
Yes. Some of our others won't necessarily come at this moment, but myself and Sir Everard will accompany you.
Okay. Yale, you still here?
Yeah.
Alright. We'll do this one last part and we'll call it. Okay. So, that should be plenty.
Let's just check the place out and then we'll come back later tonight.
Okay. Fair enough. Miss Davison walks out the door and guides you to her home. So it's just you and Trevor, I believe?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll assume Reynold went back to the cart with Celsius.
Yeah, and you
Kib.
can help them get in and get their stuff ready and all that stuff.
Okay. Let's go back to the map.
Try to secure a place for our cart as well. I'm assuming they have stables at the inn or something.
Yeah, there's a stable at the end. Okay, back on the map. Miss Daven leads you to her home back down to the south, where you first entered the city. You walk down the dirt road. Still a nice, beautiful fall day, as the sun is getting closer to set time. Or not really set time, but it's still like maybe 3 o'clock for you all. Children run from house to house playing their games. Some adults kind of sit and watch and supervise. Miss Davidson strolls up the dirt road. As the hill gets steeper and steeper, you come across a sort of rock staircase that takes you up to her humble abode.
I will sort of, as we walk, I'll sort of take Sir Everard's arm and he can assist me with the difficult terrain.
Excellent. You all make your way up the kind of overgrown pathway up to Miss Davidson's home. There are several bushes and vines kind of spread out along the pathway. Her house is pretty quaint. It seems more like she runs an apothecary. Several flower beds outside of her home with colorful flowers you haven't really seen yet. Smoke from the chimney inside.
It's actually quite interesting here, dear. I would ask you. You wouldn't happen to have any licorice root or perhaps a hot pepper, would you?
I might just have a thing or two like that. Haven't checked my apothecary shop in a couple days, but I do make some tonics that you might find useful.
Sure.
But anyway, let's get through this monkey business first. She goes up to her door and unlocks it. Letting you all inside. She's a nice decorative home with plants and flowers kind of dotted across the furniture and the floor. She guides you to the kitchen, which is rather bare at the moment. And this is where she says, "And this is where I've been hearing all the noise. Can't figure out why." Sir Everard and Old Fig, give me a perception check.
May I do a slightly more thorough investigation?
Yes, you may. Sheesh.
19.
Sheesh.
24.
Okay. Old Fig. Looking through her kitchen, you see several scratch marks across some of the doors. They're really small, though. Investigating further, you open one of the doors that have the scratch marks in them, and you see evidence of rat droppings.
How much food do you keep in the house at a given time? I seem to see sort of rat droppings and these scratch marks here.
Oh, I don't know. I forgot.
I understand you. When you reach our age.
Oh, don't tell me I have rats.
It appears to be, but...
Oh, that's so gross. Can't believe it was that keeping me up all night.
Could be something worse,
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sure there are things that look like rats, but maybe something sinister.
Funny enough, as you say that, there's a rat that scurries from across the floor to another cabinet.
I do not blast it with magic.
Well, I'll call for one of the boys to come clear this rat out. Thank you all so much for taking care of this. And she gives you 1 gold apiece.
Is it 1 gold apiece and I tell her that we have 6 party members or whatever?
Well, since you two are the only ones present, it's going to be you two. Unless you say, hey, we got 6, but...
Yeah, we do have 6. I mean, there will be some degree of... Why don't you save your payment for now? Oh. And then once we're done, you can pay all the people that we use.
I don't follow, but please just
We're a group of travelers, and some of them will...
Just you two?
The 2 of us, and then we have more people that came into town with us. They're currently at the inn with getting settled. Some of them don't feel well and may not be joining, but I don't exactly know how many we'll have when we come back tonight. So just save your payment, and then once we're done with the job, we'll tell you how many people, and then you can pay us appropriately.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do not pay anyone till the job is done, dear.
You just found out what it was.
Fine, give me the gold. I don't care.
Okay. Please take the gold, I insist. And she gives you both
Right.
1 gold piece.
Thank you, thank you. Good to me.
Well, like I said, I do sell tonics if you guys are interested in.
I would be more interested in ingredients.
I have those too.
Licorice root, a hot pepper.
Take a look at the PCs tab and go to Miss Davison. She has a handful of supplies you guys can buy. This will be a nice little experiment to see how like the merchant NPC works. So this is like your own little shop. I'm pretty sure you all have permission.
Bro, what? That's so sick.
Yeah. So she has. So because of the banning of magic, you all would know that instead of potions, society has shifted to using tonics, which are created naturally. Although not as effective, it may require a bit more material than regular potions. Tonics still get the job done.
Sells a component pouch.
Yep.
Right.
Indeed she does.
I have a components pouch.
Make sure when you buy, you don't buy the whole stack. Because, yeah, just click the money symbol.
I haven't bought anything yet.
Oh, that's so sick, Ryan. What the fuck?
I'm glad you like that. I want to see how it worked.
You can do that. Is it hard to do? Is it kind
Not really. The only hard part is just making the items.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, if it's like generic D&D stuff like swords, it's pretty easy. I'll just like take them from a compendium, which is already on my foundry. But like a lot of these I had to make myself. Because I wanted to actually like make a little like tonic system.
Well, there's nothing I need. Do you know what I'd be able to pick up? The things I requested?
Oh, yes, let me look in the back inventory. And she goes back. What were the things you needed?
Licorice root and hot peppers.
So I had some success in the hot peppers, but no luck in the licorice root.
Right, do you know anyone that would sell licorice root?
Ooh. Oh, I can't say I do. Licorice root. Yeah, it's not ringing any bells. It's just my old age.
Alright, dear, it's alright, I understand.
She has 3. You said hot peppers?
Peppers, yes.
Peppers, okay. She has 3 of them for about 3 copper per piece.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
That'll be 9 total copper. You guys still shopping around?
I'm all good.
I'm gonna take a dip into the potion creating.
I'm trying to take a look into. Is there anyone else in town once we leave her that I could go find the licorice root at?
You don't quite know. So if you wanna make your own like tonics, you're gonna need the herbalism kit, I believe. Go players, stimulate the economy.
Yeah. It'd be funny if... Did you set it up to where there's a certain amount of gold in the town?
No. I just put gold on this person.
Oh, okay. So, like, they can run out of gold.
True. That'd be pretty crazy. Just bankrupt the entire town.
I'm gonna go and rob everyone's plates like I do in Skyrim, and then sell them to the vendor.
No one's gonna buy a tonic? Really?
I'm
It's
not
free
at
healing.
the store, I wouldn't do it. Or I'd
That's
do it.
true.
I'm a wizard, I cannot. really
I'm
spend
making a
things on
sword,
things I
because
can't-
that is
yeah.
an all-day escapade.
What'd you say, Richard?
I am a wizard, and most of my gold goes towards spells and spell components.
I'm guessing Eli's out too.
Well, we'll be in the
Yeah.
town the next time everybody's in too, and we can stop
True.
before we go and buy, but go and fight a
Yeah.
bunch of shit.
I would hate to see
Like
that
a
go to
rook.
waste.
I want to go and
Yeah.
fight a rook. They look cool as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
And Warzak wants to get a hold of that armor.
Yeah.
And look
Oh,
at
you might
it.
become busted if you got a hold of their armor.
I'm not. I wouldn't wear it. I'd melt it down
Busted.
and turn it into something.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
That's what
We
I
swing
like
by
to
the
do.
general
Because
store,
plate
then?
armor is plate armor. That's just a special guy who uses plate armor a specific way to where he's a fucking beast.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Old Fig. You could try general goods store if you want to.
I would like to try the general goods store.
Okay. You head back to the center of town. You don't really know where it's at. You do see a sign, however, that points to Wheeler's General Goods, to the right of the street.
I'll go to the left. No, I'll go to the right.
You make your way, and you, surely enough, you find Wheeler's General Goods, a nice bigger building compared to the rest. And you walk in, and you find an elfin man sitting behind a counter with spectacles on, reading through his ledger. You walk through the door. Oh, hello there. Hello, I haven't seen someone of your stature before. How can I help you?
Yes, we are traveling. I am looking for one specific thing.
Okay, and what would that be?
Licorice root.
Licorice root. Ah, yes, I might have one back here in the corner.
Excellent.
Oh, this is the only piece, so I guess you were lucky.
That is excellent, because me, one goes a long way.
That will be 5 silver pieces.
6.
6 silver pieces. I won't complain.
I desperately needed it.
So, new to town, I suppose? Strolling through or staying a while?
It's just coming through. We did pick up a bit of work from the herbalist. She has, we think, rats, perhaps? Do you have any rat traps?
Miss Davison. I think I do have a trap or two.
Oh, we'll pick up a couple.
Gotcha. Yeah, poor lady. She's suffering from a nasty divorce.
Who is she married to?
Married to Father Brenast. Oh, sorry. Father Brannister. My apologies.
Now that would be the man that's looking for help with his,
Oh, yes, his flower garden, his dying flower bed. Whatever was the case with that, but yeah. They did split apart. It was kind of foreseeable, but you know how things go. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, I don't know, I'm just speaking.
I don't. My husband is dead.
Oh, I condolences for your loss.
Alright. It was 40 years ago.
Time heals all things,
Oh,
in my
it
opinion.
doesn't. Well, not all things. Anyway, thank you very much for the, how much for the rat traps?
Oh. Those will go for about 5 silver pieces.
Okay, and how many are there?
Usually 3. Agree to disagree as he hands you off the ingredients.
Is there anything you'd recommend at the moment? We'd be willing to buy something, perhaps, but I don't know what at the moment. Is it anything that looks good or useful?
You asking me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking Eli. Actually, make a perception check.
Natural 1.
Oh my god, I cracked the screen. No, you don't really find anything else worthy of your attention besides an abacus.
Well, I can count.
Exactly.
Quite good at counting, actually. That'll do quite nicely. I'm sure we'll
Very
come
well.
in some other time during our stay here, perhaps. Maybe not, I don't know. There
Be
are
glad
others
to have
here.
you.
Well,
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
thank you. Nice time. We're staying down at the Horn and Thistle Inn.
I'm gonna go join the other Discord, but.
Okay.
Oh wait, are we still playing? I thought you were ending it right there.
Yeah, we're gonna end it right there.
Yeah, we're done, I think.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Alright.
I'm sorry. Hell yeah.
That's some good RP this session. I liked it.
Alright, gentlemen.
Good.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thank you for playing.
That's a nat one.